Hey guys! What's up? Happy Tuesday, everybody! Tuesday the 14th, this wonderful month of December. Can you believe it? That January, and actually, more importantly, Christmas is next week. On Sunday. Of all things. How did Christmas sneak up on us like this? Like, seriously, how did Christmas sneak up on us like this? I can't believe it. Hi, Em. Welcome to the club. And you know, speaking of Christmas, I hope you guys were all ready for my little headband that I got. Look at this cute little guy. I need a name for him, by the way. I haven't named this little snowman / penguin that sits up top of my head. So, if anybody in the chat would like to suggest a name for this little guy up here sitting on my head, who will be my little partner during tonight's stream, you're more than welcome to throw away some suggestions. And you know what? You know what's something else that I need to remember is the fact that I need to activate the game as well. Sorry, a little bit of interference on the TV screen. All should be well and good though. But how is everybody? Are you enjoying your week? Everybody all good? All happy and cheerful and ready for the festivities? I hope you are. I always love Christmas. Christmas is one of my favorite times of year. Aside from Halloween. Because Halloween is also very, very fun. Whew. I need a drink. I hope you guys are ready for some Ace Attorney, because I know I am. It's been a while since I've been here with Ace Attorney. And you know what I'm really excited for? I'm very, very excited to see one of the best girls that I've ever seen in an Ace Attorney game. Making sure. Okay, volume's on, and we good to go. Do let me know if the volume is a little bit loud, either on my end or on the game's end, because once again, I don't want to be blowing your eardrums out. I really don't. Yes, autosave. I am aware of this. I also have to get back into the fact that I need to differentiate between my Scottish and Irish accents for the particular characters that we got going on here. Yes, I wasn't even doing that. Alright, let's go and continue. How far I am in the game? We're on the runaway room. And we just met one of my favorite characters. She literally stole my heart. And now she has it to herself. And there she is! My wonderful, beautiful thief daughter. I love her immensely. She is one of my favorites, and I love her so, so much. You go, Gina. You go. And you be the best teenage thief that you can be. Oh, I'm far behind for many reasons, Em. But I won't get into that. I'm just glad to be back on the Ace Attorney game now. So, she gave me her whole spiel. I just need to start pressing things. Okay, so I snuck inside the carriage before they looked up the horses, just like always. Right, Scottish mindset, Scottish mindset. Alright, hold it, you little missy! So, you were already in the omnibus before it even set off on its run. That's right, I can look between people. Like you, Mr. Irishman. Well, yeah, I mean, what's the point of spending a joey to make a few bob, eh? That's a real idea, isn't it? I don't know what she said, but I suppose she means there's no point spending money to make money. It actually makes sense. Counsel, may I remind you that this girl is a petty thief? Kindly refrain from entertaining her tenants. Santa Claus is not very happy with having a thief in his courtroom. Oh, well, that does clear up a little mystery of the fires and all. Ain't that right? God, I love her! Just look at her go, guys! Look at her go! Gina has thoroughly stolen my heart now. 4 paying passengers at 5 pence apiece, making the 20 to which the cabman testified. And 1 little scapegrace riding for free. Yeah, you little missy. Yeah, he means you. of a drive, he always goes for some grab before his last run, see? I'm telling you, I really gotta make sure I differentiate between my Scottish and Irish accents. So that's when I slip into the carriage and get myself hidden under the seat. Nice and easy, right? But your hiding place is a storage compartment. Makes sense for a petty thief, I suppose. Full of equipment for the coach, no? Screw you! What do you have to say there, Bob? I ain't answering to you! And she won't, and she has every right not to answer. Yeah, there's brushes and buckets and whatnot in there, sure. I always chuck all that out and cram it in a corner somewhere. No one ever seems to bother much. Then that just kind of goes to tell you that these coachmen really don't look or care for their coaches in a way. And yet, according to the report filed by the police officer who first arrived at the scene, the compartment was full of such paraphernalia. She says, well, I don't know nothing about that. Like I said, I moved all that stuff out so I could hide under the seat. That's all I can tell ya. Santa is not enthused by this. It seems we've reached the end of that line of inquiry. Continue. It was a right old waste of time. I got nothing to show for me troubles that night. Hold it, excuse me. Now hold on a second. A waste of time? Why is that? Well, most nights I'm on my own and I got permits at least some of the time. I beg your pardon? Did you say God permit? Are you swearing in my courtroom? Yeah. Well, that's what my kind call it. You'd say the omnibus, I suppose. The point is, any normal run, the carriage ain't no one in it. The carriage, God, bleh. The Scottish is throwing me off. The point is, any normal run, the carriage ain't got no one in it for a while. And that's when you come out of your hiding place and get away? That's right, that's it. Only that night. This cove was sat on me seat from the start. I was right trapped in there. And he didn't budge the whole way, did he? Not 1 inch. I was totally stuck. Do you mean to tell us that you were present in the carriage for the duration? You were under the seat the entire time while events unfolded in the enclosed cabin? So basically she's saying that she heard the murder with her own ears. Correct? Yeah. Right, mister? Oh, to be sure. I was as shocked as anyone. You don't expect it to lift a cushion you've been sat on and find a child now, do you? You know what was really funny? I was talking with Pomp right before this about the game in particular. And I remember I did show him, like, hey honey, there's an Irish character in a Great Ace Attorney. And I showed him it, and he just sighed. He sighed and he said, we don't all look like that. So this Miss Lestrade couldn't possibly be the culprit then. Or however you pronounce the name. Lestrade, Gina Lestrade? Something like that. I'll tell ya, you can't see a blind thing in that hiding place. It's pitch in there. Hold it! So you couldn't see out into the cabin at all? Not a joke. Most days I push the cushion up with me head. Look out the crack. Then I can have a butcher's at who I'm gonna fiddle. I I thought you were a pickpocket, not a butcher. She pickpockets butchers, Ryunosuke. For meat. Because I mean, if she's a petty thief who lives on the streets, how else is she gonna get her food? She's gotta steal her meat. I mean, I will look. See, I get on there as plush as the other one, see? So most of the time, the bastards blot themselves opposite them. Pardon me if I'm all over the place with the Scottish accent. I just gotta remember what she sounded like coming out of my mouth when I first started voicing her. But for some reason that night, this ill Irishman spent the whole journey right over me head. I couldn't breathe for an amount of time. He's just so plump, as you can see. And for that reason, you weren't able to push the cushion up to peek out. I see. Truth is, I ain't too happy in small dark places. Whoa, no. Hello! You seem to have a little reaction to that. Feels too much like being thrown in the clink.
Excuse me.
Excuse me, sir? Is something wrong, Mr. McGilded? Why are you hee-ho chuckling over there? Oh, I do apologize. Was there something the matter, Council? Well, I'm just wondering if Miss Lestrade's last comment made something occur to you, perhaps? Since you seem to have a little hee-hee-ha-ha chortle over in the corner? You seemed to be thinking something to yourself. Or there's something hidden beneath your hat. I hope there's something hidden beneath his hat, guys. I hope it's something like, you know, Professor Layton has that tall-ass hat? And I don't know I don't know anything about Professor Layton because I never played the game. But every time I look at him, I just think there has to be something hidden underneath his hat. Like Mr. McGilded here. What secrets are you hiding beneath that hat of yours? Because I want to know. If it's a huge thing of hair, or if it's just the empty void. Or both. Who knows? Oh, no. 'Twas nothing important. Oh, I was feeling bad for the poor lass, is all. You trying to play an act here, buddy? Oh, I remember feeling desperate myself as a young lad. Shut up in the dark. 'Twas terrifying, so it was. If you lose this hat, there should be a slide. Please! That's even better. There should be a slide whistle. Ooh. Ooh. Those are the kind of funny trope/sound effects I absolutely adore in cartoons. When you put a slide whistle in your cartoon, it makes it 3 times better. I see. Yeah, I'm sure we can all sympathize. I'm still scared of the dark now, though. Just a tiny bit. Especially since I was, crammed in a closet for all of, like, what, 2 months? 3 months? Something like that? Aye, and I don't know about yourself, but I find that the darkness seems to make everything you hear seem that much, louder as well. Ah, yes, because one's senses are dulled in the dark, aren't they? Well, heightened, I should say. Some senses are heightened when you can't see. Yeah. I suppose it does. Maybe. She's so tsundere, I love her. Miss Lestrade! Did you hear something that night? Anything? An unusual noise, perhaps? Like a soft ka-chink ka-chink of someone getting stabbed? No. Nah. Not really. All I could hear was the Irishman snoring. Snoring up a storm, mind him! Oh, Bajabbers! There's no... Bajabbers? Wait, what? Bajabbers? That's a Dave the Barbarian thing! Who knew you were able to say something like that? Bajabbers, there's no need to tell the whole world to be foiled overseas, little scamp.
That's right, I'm still here as well. What a pity.
Pity for what?
If only Miss Lestrade had heard something, it might have given us a vital new clue.
We definitely need to ask Pomp if somebody or if many people in Ireland say Bajabbers. Because then I'll call him Pomp the Barbarian. No doubt about it. Yeah, Susanto's got it, yeah! Also, hi CB, welcome to chat. Hope you're doing alright tonight. What should we make of that last statement of hers? I think it's important! As I slam my hands down, my lord! My master. Actually, no, my master is right beside me. I believe the statement just made by the witness is profoundly important. Profoundly important? But all she said was that she heard nothing. Let me fix my wig now. Yes! Which is the profoundly important point! I'm almost sure of it. Like 65% sure of it at this point. The other 45, I'm not too sure. No one needs to know that Santa is bold. I'm almost sure that I don't understand the inner workings of your Eastern mind, Council. Nevertheless... Miss Gina Lestrade, you will supplement your formal testimony by repeating that last statement, please. What? Supplement? What are you on about? Don't give me all your fancy talk. I know what you're trying to do. Well, it won't work on me. Yeah, that's right. Insult the judge. Always a good move. He's definitely gonna put you on the naughty list now. I was straining my ears to work out what was going on, but all I could hear was snoring. Well, I'm gonna press you on that. Definitely, 9 out of 10 doctors definitely recommend adding this statement to the testimony. In fact, 9 out of 10 junior lawyers also recommend it as well. You just gotta look at the trials and the facts, if you know what I mean. So you were straining to hear what was happening the entire time? Since the moment you hit yourself? Also, CB, I meant to say, but I did say in the Discord, but since you're here, congratulations on completing your first semester, CB! Very, very happy for you, my dude. Not exactly, no. Wait, sorry? Well, there was no one in the cabin to start with. I could just push the cushion up and have a butcher's to see what was what. But then, when I saw this swell getting on, I got me head down so he didn't notice me. And Mr. McGilded sat on the seat under which you were hiding, correct? Yeah! Would you Adam and Eve it, eh? What a mug! Oh, you called him a mug! You called him a mug! How dare you call this man a mug? What do you think about that face, huh? That's no mug of a face. How dare you, Gina? So then all I could, what the? Okay, that's a little bit of a misspelling there. So then all I could do was listen. I was waiting to jump out of there as soon as I heard him leave, see? But would he? Not likely. Even though we stopped here and there, I never heard the door open. So I just had to stay put and listen to him driving this big to the market, snoring like an old dog he was. Snoring like an old dog. Snoring like an old dog. Are there any conclusions we can draw from that? I wonder. I'm gonna say, I feel like we're missing a few things. I don't know, it just could be me and my, soupy brain at the moment, though. But who knows? Are there any conclusions we can draw from that, I wonder? I mean, okay, so the fact that... The fact that it was only Mr. McGilded who was in there. There was no one in the cabin to start with. I'm gonna say it makes sense. I'm gonna say it makes sense. I'd have him say, that all seems to make sense. See, right, because if she heard him snoring, maybe Soup Brain is really acting like Soup Brain tonight. I may need to go back, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. You take your time reaching that conclusion, Council. Heh. What was that from Van Zykes? A little heh. A little chuckle? A little chuckle he's having over there? Is he? Laughing? Ah! Very well then, continue with the cross-examination. Okay. I'm definitely gonna go back to it. I'm gonna go back to that one, but let me press the rest of these statements just in case. It was a loud bang, nearly jumped out of my skin, I did, and the scream just came out. After a while, I heard this loud bang, nearly jumped out of my skin, I did, and the scream just came out. Now, let me press the rest of this first. I'm probably gonna go back to that statement then. When you say a loud bang, do you mean the noise of someone falling to the floor? Falling to the floor. Could have been, I suppose. I don't remember so well. Point is, it made me jump. And you let out a scream. Involuntarily. That's right. And then I felt the cushion over my head get lighted all of a sudden. Presumably when the defendant got up in order to help the victim. Yes. No? Or not? But who matters what your opinion says there, Mr. Dracula? It could equally have been the moment the accused stood in order to stab his victim. Could it not? Well, girl, did you see what happened to that crucial moment? Sorry to say, but my hat says no. But I saw it with my own eyes. I pushed up the cushion and had a quick butchers while I, had the chance, didn't I? The Irishman was sitting out the bloke. Well, that fallen on the floor on the seat opposite. That matches Mr. Gilbert's account, of course. But then, the fella suddenly turns around and looks right at me! I suck it back down again, but it was too late by then. I should never have risked looking. God, I love this girl, guys. Watch me try to cosplay her. I really have been thinking about cosplaying Gina. I love her look. It's so good. And when Mr. McGildy discovered you, he pulled you out from your hiding place? I just how stiff I was. He dragged me out and sat me down on the seat and all. Like he was some kind of disappointed parent at me. Next to the victim, Mr. Mason, right? So you were literally sitting next to a dead body. Yeah. The bloke had a knife in his guts. still bleeding. You know, I can't believe this man just gave some trauma to a 15-year-old girl. You pull her out and you put her next to the dead body? I'm so sorry, Gina. And the carriage lurched a bit, and he ended up falling onto me. Ugh, how awful. Both Mians got covered in blood. It made me feel sick as a dog. You don't want to see a dog when he's sick, let me tell you. It's not fun to clean up. Both her hands covered in blood. That must be what the rooftop passenger saw. After that, I believe you talked with Mr. McGill did for a while. Is that correct? He asked me some stuff. Wanted to know me name and what I was up to and all that shiz. Because I cannot curse. Then I heard something from up above. Someone screamed. Yes, Mr. First on the roof deck, one would presume. He is quite skittish, as we have learned before. Well, I didn't want no one to see me face, so I didn't look up. Then the horses were drawn up snottish, and this here Irishman says to me, "Get back onto the seat, I'll see what we will get away later." Man, overlapping a Scottish and an Irish accent is something I don't think I'll be able to do. But it sounded okay. Stroke my lovely, puffy beard. Alright.
All 6 members of the jury had decided the defendant was innocent.
For one brief shining moment, it was a miracle among miracles, yes!
It's clear that they are all still very unsure. If we could just find some conclusive piece of evidence among this new testimony, I'm sure we would clinch the verdict we want.
Yeah, I think you're right. And I have this niggling... Niggling? Really? Really, Ryunosuke? You go with niggling? Okay. Something's bothering me, but I just can't quite put my finger on it. Alright, let's go back to that added statement she put in. Blind hiding place, it's pitch black in there. So, this one. I want to check something on this one. Should I listen? Stop. Okay, I want to check something with this now. Are there any conclusions we can draw from that? Yeah. What if I say it doesn't add up? I do say it doesn't add up! See? See, this is what happens when you have brain soup, guys. This happens when you have brain soup for the entire day. Miss Lestrade! What you have just told the court is clearly at odds with the facts! Point. At odds? Are you sure, man? Dude? Bro? Absolutely 85% sure. See? The percentage increased. It seems my learned Nipponese friend is not as dull-witted as I feared. Oh, you feared me for a second there, Van Sykes, huh? So Van Sykes realized it too. You gone darn goof there, Gina. Counsel? I must insist that you bolster your claim with evidence. Or some complicit party's name at the very least. Yes, my lord. I expect you to demonstrate this alleged contradiction to the court. Right, contradiction, that's what I'm going for here. Okay, so according to Mrs. Strad, whilst she was hiding in the omnibus that night, she heard nothing but the sound of Mr. McGilded snoring. Think, Ryunosuke. Think. Use that 2 brain cells of yours in your head. There's something else she should have heard. It should be a person. If I'm correct, it should be a person. Because as CB said there, she should have heard the other person get on. Show person. Oh, very well, my lord. Allow me to elaborate. On a particular sound that Miss Lestrade could not have failed to hear on the night in question. The sound very clearly explained by the presence of the following person. Oh, she's 17. I thought she was 15. Okay. So if he was the first one on, and he was inside the carriage, these two were on top. So she should have heard... She should have heard this guy.
Take that!
Yeah! Thrice fired Mason? Maybe my brain is not much soup as I thought it was today, guys. Maybe it's more of a chowder. It's gaining thick consistency now. Yes, my lord. The sound that Miss Lestrade cannot have failed to hear. Oh, what a dramatic pointing there, Ryunosuke! Is that of the victim, Mr. Mason, boarding the omnibus? Hold on, I gotta do it the other way. The omnibus! Ha! Ordered! Ordered! Explain your reasoning, counsel! Oh, certainly. Miss Lestrade, allow me to confirm something. According to these papers that are obviously blank in my hand, you claimed earlier that you were the first person on board the omnibus. Is that correct? Yeah, of course it was. I got on while the driver was in the pub, didn't I? And the next person to board the omnibus was Mr. McGilded. Oh, that's what it was. Not a soul was in the cabin when I climbed aboard. At least, not in plain sight. So you were, to all intents and purposes, alone in the enclosed cabin of the omnibus at that time? Oh, did I not just say as much? I wasn't traveling with anyone else, if that's what you mean. Yeah, I saw him get on, remember? Through the crack under the seat cushion. He was on his own for sure. And what else do I have here? Scroll. From what we've heard, the carriage made a number of stops after that on its onward journey. During which time, did you not hear the door opening or closing at all? Huh? Nah, I never heard it. That's exactly what I was listening for, wasn't it? Waiting for this swell to leave. Correct! Wait, things are starting... Wait. I think I'm starting to realize things here, chat. The soup is definitely turning to a chowder now. It's definitely turning to a chowder. In which case... When and how did the victim end up in the carriage? Ah! We know that the victim collapsed inside the enclosed cabin of the omnibus. Therefore, Miss Lestrade's statement about what she did, or did not hear, is at odds with the facts! No, see, chowder is still a soup, but a chowder is a little more thicker than a soup. Because tell me, chat, what is the first thing you think of when you think of chowder? Do you think of something like Panera's broccoli and cheese chowder, or a potato chowder, or corn chowder? It's got a thicker consistency to it. Whereas usually when you think of soup, people tend to think of like chicken noodle soup, tomato soup. It's got a bit of a thinner consistency to it. So I can feel the brain turning into more of a chowder now. Hopefully soon it'll turn into a stew. Oh, you think of the actual character chowder, CP. Ah, yeah. Damn, Chowder was such a good show. Chowder was such a good show. The first soup that you think for yourself is lentil. Huh. Alright. I'm not much of a lentil soup myself, but you do you. You do you. Is a lentil soup thick and creamy? This is someone who's never had lentil soup before, by the way. I always thought lentil soup was kind of like very, very thin consistency. Very, very, as they say, soupy. I didn't think lentil was a thick soup. Alright. Here I am talking about soup and chowder. This girl's hearing this like, why is he talking so much about soup? It's making me hungry, not gonna lie. The lentil soup you make is made to be eaten. Ooh, a lentil soup with rice. That does sound pretty good, though. You need to stop making me hungry. I just had lasagna. And I know it's not Monday, but I still had lasagna. Yes, this petty thief's statement was clearly flawed. Lord Van Zykes, you speak! Yes. He knew all too well that there was an inconsistency in Miss Lestrade's statement. I can tell you literally to make me anything that your heart desires, and I know you would make it for me. But go on, make me a lentil soup. I never had it before, so I bet you a homemade lentil soup would taste very, very good. You only know of lentils from the Cinderella... Oh my god, that's right. The Cinderella fairy tale had lentils in it. Yeah, I just never had lentils personally myself. I got turned off by it a lot. Not gonna lie. That's not how a vampire or a reaper sounds like. A reaper sounds like... And your jaw rattles and chattles. It would seem words of thanks are in order for my learned friend. At least you didn't put the Nipponese in there. Wait, what are you talking about? You have demonstrated matters impeccably. This witness and her colorful statements are entirely unreliable. Her words are convenient and truths, nothing more. Damn, look at that lady type! He's dead right. How could the victim possibly not have boarded the omnibus? That makes no sense whatsoever. And this girl's a pickpocket. Oh, she's ready! Oh, Granny's ready to deliver her judgment! Oh, shit! Not Granny! Ah, not the grandma! She didn't even say anything!
Alright, I didn't want to judge the dear little mate just because she has some rather naughty ways. See here, I'm making her a nice scarf for for that coat neck of hers as well. But I must say,
the granny really is just like,
retribution! This is Sparta!
boom!
I can't abide liars.
And neither can I. But, Mr. Foreman! I didn't want to judge the girl just because she has some less than... oh god. Salubrious... there we go. Ways. But I must say, I cannot abide liars! Damn, they don't like lying in this court, I guess.
Ah! Mr. Naruhodo, that's 5 jury members leaning towards guilty.
Oh, and here we go. He's got his wine back. What number glass is that here, Van Zykes? Number 236 out of 1,000? Who knows how many he destroys in a day? I want to say he destroys about 25 in a day. Maybe 30. Who knows?
Well, your consideration for others is refreshing, my Nipponese friend.
You are supposed to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, so help them God!
To the considerable troubles you have spared me.
Chug, 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 chug! Chug it! Chug it! Chug it!
Yes, very refreshing grape juice indeed. One that you can find in a juice box, perhaps.
Oh, not the juice!
Yeah, go rutta, ye player doctor!
Oh, everyone's pissed now.
Have ye forgotten who you're working for, you useless Eastern Armada?
I'm just pissing off my client more and more. What is your deal? Why are you... Why are you like this?
This is carnage! It's...
Someone likes their knives, apparently. Dear God. Stop! You're gonna cut your tongue, my boy! Juror number 2 is the only one left.
Mr. Naruhodo, the way this is going...
I know. If we can't find some new way to convince everyone of Mr. McGilda's innocence. I've coated my knife in poison. I shouldn't have licked it. I'll be dead in 10 seconds. The folly of this man. The judge will rule and we'll have lost!
I very much wanted to believe the words of one of London's most respected gentlemen.
Oh, there's the but! Not the buts!
Those of us in service know we must accept hard truths.
Hold it!
Oh! Impulse! Don't throw your fire into the flame! Your flame into the fire, I should say, just yet. The witness's last statement seems to have revealed a critical inconsistency in her story. I have that going for me, and I'm going to run with it. However, if we consider the possibility that her statement is in fact the truth, it may shed an entirely new light on this whole case! And I'm still gonna roll with that!
What are you saying? You're spouting nonsense.
Counsel!
I'm sorry, sir. Whatever do you mean?
No! Throw your flame in the fire already! Do it! Do it! I'm tired of this courtroom! I will not tolerate you attempting to prorogue my adjudication! Oh my god, words. Long words, why are they going through my brain? Explain yourself at once! Shit, I had to explain myself.
When the accused boarded the omnibus on the night in question, the victim was nowhere to be seen. Subsequently, the carriage door was not heard opening a single time, as testified by the witness in the stand.
And yet the victim's body was found inside the carriage!
So, if this petty thief's words are to be believed, how do you explain the victim's miraculous appearance inside the cabin of the omnibus?
Magic? Magic, magic. Ooh! There's only one way to explain how the victim came to be inside the carriage. Oh boy, do I have some options here. Well. No, I don't want to return to the title screen. Here we go. This is what I meant to do. Okay, so. She was the first one in there. So she could not have seen him. He couldn't, so it's possible that he was not already in there. There's another entrance. Look at the court record. Because see, if we look here at the cabin itself, that is the only entrance there, if I'm correct. There's no door handle over here, and this is where the driver would be at. So it's not possible that there is another entrance. I mean, you can open the door, you can open the latch there, but he wouldn't have been able to climb down. Unless we do want to count that. I mean, if we're talking about other ways to get in, there's the windows, but the windows are small. So you need to climb down. Climb in. Climb. Are you telling me he could have been? He was put there after he died. He was already in there. There's another entrance. Hold on, let me look at that carriage one more time. Okay, this is the door entrance. That is the window, which can be opened. And if he's not climbing, there's only one way to explain how the victim came to be inside the carriage. Did he climb? Did he go to the top? I'm gonna try there's another entrance. See where that gets me. If the door wasn't opened even once, the only explanation is that the victim entered the enclosed cabin some other way.
Objection!
He throws out an objection. Alright, so it might not be another entrance. I wondered what new fantasy you would come up with in your blind panic. I love the way he does that. I love the way he does that with his hand. But behold! The omnibus is here for all to see! Only one side of the enclosed cabin is furnished with a door. The other has only windows. Fixed windows, which cannot possibly open. In short, there is no entrance to the cabin other than the door.
Objection!
Wait. But there could be! There's one possibility you haven't considered.
Oh, really? Well, I'll put my fist on the table as well.
Yeah? Well, my fist is gonna get tighter on the table, Van Sykes. One other way inside that isn't the door. Another opening! The use of which allowed the victim to appear inside the enclosed cabin. All right, counsel. The defense will identify the location for the court. Here is the omnibus on which the incident occurred. Where on earth is this entrance by which you propose the victim entered the cabin? Is it really the hatch? Is it really the hatch? hatch? I have 3 chances at this. If he doesn't climb down... I did save a while back, so... Oh my god, it is the hatch! It is the hatch! The answer is obvious! It can only have been the skylight! Damn, I was rolling on that! I'm proud of me. I'm proud of me and my chowder brain. I say! The skylight?
Objection!
Objection! Your ludicrous proposal almost has me at loss for words. However... Objection, I say! The skylight may well be large enough for someone to pass through.
Objection!
Oh damn, we're throwing objections all the way out there. Objection, I say! No, it's not so you claim. But do you have a shred of evidence to support your addle-brained theory? Maybe! Both Mr. McGilded and Miss Lestrade said the same in their testimonies. They each claimed to have heard a loud thud, such as the noise made by someone falling to the floor. Oh! Wait, so he could have died up top the carriage, and then the culprit just shoved him down in the skylight. Oh damn, yeah. Yes, which has already been explained. As the sound of the victim falling from his seat having been assaulted with a dagger. Yes, it has, but... would a man slipping from the seat onto the floor really have made such a loud noise as the witnesses describe? A noise loud enough to cause Miss Lestrade to let out an involuntary cry, in fact. Good gracious! Oh, I'm really spooking Santa Claus now. Perhaps, in fact, that was the moment that the victim made his entrance into the cabin. No, wait, let me rephrase that. The victim didn't enter the cabin as such. He went dead weight is what happened. He fell into it! Objection! My wine glass is gone, I'm getting a headache. This guy, I can't stand him anymore. You're now suggesting that the victim fell from the skylight into the cabin? That's simply impossible! Well, you're impossible! So how can you be so sure? Because if the victim had fallen inside through the skylight, as you say, the passengers on the roof deck would have seen it happen. And with my fancy curtsy hand, I say, not one person made mention of such events in their testimony. Wait a second! Are those 2 passengers in on what happened then? If this is the case, are they both the culprits? Oh, this is getting really interesting. Oh, yes. Well, yeah, that's true, but... Hold it! I made a wave motion of my hand, and I say, might a humble fella make a wee comment here? Or mayhaps blackmail indeed. That is another option we got here, CB. Gotta love that good old blackmail, am I right? Mr. McGilded? To be sure now, the 2 fellas who were sat on the roof that testified afore said not to know the victim fallen through the skylight. Excuse me. But it seems to me, my lord, that 'tis not so much a case of them not saying, but... I like how he side-eyed me for a second. Uh-oh. 'Tis a case of them being unable to say. so the blackmail theory actually may be true. Oh, what did happen with them? I think perhaps the two fellas do be having something of a compelling reason not to mention what happened. Would you not agree? Fine ladies and gentlemen of the jury. I like this guy more and more, guys. I like this guy more and more. Oh my goodness. Surely not. Those two chaps on the roof? Shit, oh, furious type! Furious typing! You mean the ones who stuck a knife in a man were? No comment from Granny, I guess. Hold it! Oh shit, they're back! They're back in full force! Just what exactly are you insinuating here, you blitherer? What are you doing? Okay, first. Yeah, you do you, man. Yeah, you do you. If you want to go ride like a horse in the jury, go right ahead. This place is a farm anyway. You rotter, he said. You rotter. What are you insinuating? This is a flaming outrage! I've got a good mind to give you a blinker in a minute! What? Yo, put your bets up on him when he goes into the next horse race, guys. I think he'll win. I think he'll win for sure. Just look at him go. He's got the enthusiasm for it. I love the showmanship. Like, good on you. You're committing to the act. You're committing to the bit there first. I'm proud of you. Oh, he'll give you a shiner in a minute, he said, and so will I. Mr. Fairplay, you're effectively accusing me, a city gentleman and well-respected beggar, and me, a very angry hatter. Don't turn into a Mad Hatter now. Suggesting that someone like me could have stabbed that man in the guts. It's a disgrace. It's scandalous. It's... You know, I like the fact that in this case, we both have somebody who exudes the personalities of a squirrel, and then someone who exudes the personalities of a horse. I wonder what that tells you about these two. I protest in the strongest possible terms! Oh my god! Yeah, he's literally just trying to get up in his face! That's right, I protest too, about you rotten scoundrel! Oh, then take your fist swinging there, laddie! I'm ready to take a punch in the face, but are you willing to do it? That's definitely their personas. I love what is going on. We're really in a farmhouse, guys. This is what it really is. We're in a farmhouse. No doubt about it. Order! 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 Da! This is not the time, witnesses! I will not permit this wanton invasion of the stand! Return to the anteroom at once! Oh damn, they must have come in, bursting those doors down, trying to defend their case. But this is beyond reason, my lord! Ugh, it's outrageous! It's very hurtful, you know? My lord, if I may comment, can we please get these witnesses out of here before they start neighing? Especially the one over there with the blonde hair. Sure, go ahead, Lord Van Zykes. Please take them out. Maybe they need to go get something to eat. It was the defense that incited this outburst from the witnesses. My learned friend has seen fit to abandon all protocol and accuse the witnesses without proof. Wait. Accuse? I never intended to. It seems, young Nipponese, that your command of the English tongue is wanting. Excuse me, I can speak perfectly good English, thank you very much. You proposed to this court that the victim fell through the skylight from the roof deck of the omnibus. That hypothesis cannot possibly stand without the rooftop passengers being aware of the events. Ha! You have branded these gentlemen liars! You have intimidated their criminal guilt! And with my courteous hand, in our British courts of law, that is what is termed a baseless accusation! Oh shit, did I just do something illegal? The face of a man who just committed a crime, everybody. A crime in court. Man, you just gotta get a break. I know I was rushed to put this idea forward without any actual evidence, but you can't just dismiss it without a second thought! Ah! What are we wasting time for? Get them to... testify! I thought there was something fishy about that hat from the moment I laid eyes on the fellow. Okay, which hat? We have like 3 guys who are wearing very distinct hats here. Yes! We have to see this matter through! Now! One way or another! Every time I look at him, guys, tell me, he looks like a pug! Doesn't he look like a pug or remind you of a pug? Because every time I see, like, that mustache, it really just gives me pug vibes. If there's filth and rubbish in our midst, we must dispose of it at once. Testify! 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 Oh, they still do it. Testify! Testify! Go and die! Nope. What's happening, Mr. Naruhodo? They're up in a rage! In a rambunctious call! The spectators in the public gallery are... They're in a complete frenzy! Everybody scatter! Mr. Fairplay and Mr. First. Yeah, you're looking this way and that, guys? It's totally like you're not hiding something or whatever. Is there something that we need to know? No. There's nothing you need to know. Nothing at all. My lord. You will take the stand again and make another formal testimony. Peer pressured! In reference to the indictment brought by the defense. Yes, my lord. I didn't come here for this. And there you are, just smirking and smiling all your best, Mr. McGilded. There's no time to think this through. All I can do is keep pushing forward! Ah! Alright! We're getting the witness testimony! Refuting the accusation! We were the only 2 people up on that roof deck, dead or alive! I can swear to that! If anything had happened when we were sitting, don't you think one or the other of us would have noticed? Excuse me. In any case, neither of us know the first thing about the victim. We had no reason to kill the man. Committed to the bit, I say again. Committed to the bit.
The skylight was shut the entire time, I tell you. We couldn't possibly have opened it.
If you're so sure the victim fell through the skylight, where's your proof? Somewhere, maybe, on my person. I don't know. I must say that on listening to this testimony, it is somewhat hard to imagine how either witness could have performed any malevolent act on this open rooftop deck without the other noticing forthwith. That's right, you see!
We're innocent, I tell you! Although, logically, of course, the argument falls down if the two of you were in collusion with one another.
And that's what I want to suspect. You two were in on it from the start.
According to the investigations by Scotland Yard.
Pretty paper.
The two witnesses share no common dealings.
Ha! Well, I don't trust coppers any more than I trust the stinking rich. No wonder you have a knife and like to play with it then. Something doesn't feel right here. The trial is going in our favor, really. So why do I feel so uneasy? It's the nerves. You just got your nerves shot. Not literally, but figuratively. Counsel for the defense, over to you. Your cross-examination, please.
Oh, yes, my lord.
Cross-examination! Refuting the accusation. Alright. Dead or alive, I can sway you to that. Let's start pressing, everybody!
So, it's no time. Did the victim, Mr. Mason, climb up to join you on the roof deck? Point.
Absolutely not! Oh god, I'm gonna have 4 people to watch my eyes out for then.
No question about it, he said. None at all.
How are you so calm when this man is about to punch you in the face? Or close to it?
Oh, but yes, of course, I remember seeing them both. I saw the victim inside the enclosed cabin talking with this man here.
I like the, I just like the way this is positioned here.
Blame him! He's the one who's sus here, not me!
Is this true, Mr. McGilded? Are you perhaps sus? Oh, no, dear me, my lord, at the risk of repeating myself, I'm not considered sus. I boarded the omnibus alone and nodded off inside almost immediately. I couldn't have vented or anything like that. That's an outright lie! Without doubt, you were engaged in... Okay, you're looking kind of funny. But you're not of any importance to me now, I guess. Let me stop you there, fella, and ask, do you have any evidence at all? At all? This really is a courtroom full of hats. This is the case of all the fancy hats, and then one that's kind of sewn together. There was a vent in the omnibus, and Mr. McGilded went right in. 'Tis all about evidence in the courts these days, so it is. But you do well to remember that. Damn it, I have no evidence! I cannot confirm or not if he is really sus. I saw you. Why are these two like this? I saw you with my own eyes! Was this going so well? Sure as heck is. Don't you think one of the other of us would have noticed?
Hold it!
Well, it was on the final run of the omnibus at past 10 o'clock in the morning. In the evening, not morning. It would certainly have been quite dark. Perhaps too dark to see clearly? No wonder everyone has pointed fingers at McGilded. They have a deep hatred for them. Can always count on Stevie for the puns, everybody. Can always count on Stevie for those puns. Is this some kind of lark? Is this some kind of joke, he said? Is that what this is? You know, I'm quickly figuring out that First is really just the yes man for fair play here. Or perhaps one or the other of you fell asleep briefly. Are you fair dinkum, sir? Whatever dinkum means? Serious, okay. Are you serious, sir? That's what he said. It's impossible, I tell you. Hey, Gina, you want to pipe up at any time? You can. Just saying, girlie. Just saying. I'd give you the keys to the vault if you could fall asleep in that bitter cold. And if you did manage it, your eyelids would freeze shut, and you'd never open them again. That's extreme. It was extreme, I tell you, and we had to put up with it because this man had locked the door. It's really the facial expressions that do me for this. I love the way they look. It's like the little brother is blaming the big brother for breaking something. Mother, he was the one who broke your vase, not me. Oh. Any true gent would have unlocked it and let me in when I knocked. I'm dreadfully sorry about that young fella. But you see, I was away with the fairies, and I didn't hear you at all. Fairies, he said. He says fairies. He says fairies with that kind of look in his eyes. What were you doing, them fairies? Huh? That's a lie! I saw you through the looking glass! You were talking to someone! Tisk, 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 young fella. Now, 'twas a cold night, so it was. People do be seeing things that aren't real in the cold. 'Tis hardly surprising. Yeah, I'll say too, CB. Ace Attorney series is very good with making each character unique to their own person. Just so you can remember them in that way. God, this really does look like the little brother's trying to blame the big brother for something he did. Seeing things? Seeing things? Are you telling me they were all illusions? Ah! I believe we have reached an impasse here on this particular point. Ugh! You scoundrel! Oh, sure, do your fancy horse act all you want, but I ain't budging, as you see. Don't take it personally now, lad. If I'm a suspect in this case, then 'tis only fair that you and the other fiend are too. Man, I love this guy more and more. You're crafty, McGilded. I like that. Open and free competition is what a capitalist society is all about. Along with a lot of other things, but I'd rather not get into that. This isn't a competition I should like to be involved in, really. Neither of us know the first thing about the victim. We had no reason to kill the man.
Hold it!
Sure! Yeah, man really just said equality. If I'm a suspect, then you are too. An eye for an eye, as they say. So, you had never met Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason before? Oh, Lume, no! Not once! Never! He'd never met the man before, he said. Never! And you, Mr. First, had no prior dealings with the victim, either? That's right, sir. Hatters don't have much to do with brickmakers, to be perfectly honest, sir. No, I imagine not. You see? How many different ways can I put this? 5 ways. Neither of us had the remotest connection to the gentlemen who were inside the cabin. Oh. Excuse me then, Mr. McGilder, do you have something to say again? Oh, yes, Counsel. What can I be doing you for? Did the witness's last statement give you pause for thought, somehow? Not the remotest connection? Is that right now? I wonder. What? What are you insinuating now? Ah, Mr. Fairplay. That's been too long, so it has. Eh? But if I'm not very much mistaken, I believe 'tis fast approaching, is it not? Your repayment date. I beg your pardon? You borrowed 20 guineas from me, sir. At an unconscionable rate of interest. You tricked me. It's extortion. Well now, is that a touch of begrudgery, is it? You love riling these guys up, Mr. McGilden, and for that, sir, I really gotta shake his hand for this. The sort of begrudgery that might motivate a fella to pass his crimes off on another. Motivation, you say? Ah! And young Mr. First. Me, sir? What do you want with me, sir? You do be making hats for a living, do you not? That there top hat's lighting about on your head, but 1,000 times you've been fixing it since I seen ya. Is that one of your own creations, is it? Oh, well, I'm still just an apprentice, you understand. I'm learning to find the perfect fit for whatever fine gent walks through the door. The perfect fit, is it? Well, to the very distinctive design. So it is. Many customers like it, I tell you. They like a distinctive touch. A distinctive touch and an energetic boy, too. Customers, such as thrice-fired Mason. Ah! There is a photographic print of the victim submitted as evidence for my lord. Did he make his hat? Oh, this, you mean? Huh. I can't help thinking that the poor fella's hat looks distinctly familiar, wouldn't you say? No. Oh! Definitely no! That's definitely not one of my hats, no! It's not one of my hats, no, not at all. But it is. So it would seem the brickmaker was a customer of yours. The sort of customer, I'd wager, you could have had a wee quarrel with over the distinctiveness of the goods. Oh, no, sir. Absolutely not, sir. The customer is always right. Well, there's really nothing more to add. Hey, Chris, welcome to chat. It wouldn't be right to say that the two fellas here haven't the remotest connection to the victim, you see. And with a wave of my hand, I bid you once again, I rest my case. You little weasel! Arrgh! Wow, he's better at this than I am. Maybe Mr. McGilded should take my place up here on the stand.
Gosh, Mr. McGilded has certainly been thorough in his research, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's making Ryunosuke look very bad. I know. Is McGilded, are you not the one who's the defense attorney? You can obviously fend for yourself. You don't need me, apparently. Taking a break from working on finals? Good idea, Chris. Don't overload yourself like that.
Oh, please, don't let me little interruption hold up the proceedings.
I got an award! Sky, what should I tell you? We could possibly have a predict. Press!
Hold it!
Are you quite certain about that? That skylight was shut the entire time? I'm going to lose my block with you in a minute! Which means mine.
He's going to lose his rag with you in a minute. That's what he said. Yes, indeed.
Take a look for yourself. Go on. You see? It's shut fast now, just like it was on the night.
Oh, so it is. Of course. A fella the size of Mr. Mason could likely break right through it. Still and all.
Magnus McGilded, Ace Attorney. I play that. What?
Just looking at the size of the thing. You understand?
Now you hold on there a minute, sir. The size of the ting means nothing. Not on its own. Let's consider the bigger picture here, shall we? How about you stop biting your cane, huh? You can wear your teeth out. There's probably teeth marks in there now.
I was riding the omnibus on another occasion when,
Well, I broke wind! Loudly. TMI, man! Why'd you have to mention this? Yes, I took a loud rip. It sounded like, and it scared me half to death. I almost fell off the omnibus. Look, that's some gentleman right there, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, you know, it could be a little bit of TMI, but I gotta appreciate the fact that you, Sir First, are not afraid to admit that you once farted very loudly. Oh my god. I hope Van Syke is just like, oh my god, I cannot believe that the witness just said that he broke wind in this courtroom of all places. Oh, I need another glass of wine. Where's my special wine? I can't stand these witnesses anymore. Where's my special wine? He said that he farted. I can't deal with these people anymore. Jesus heck, man. That's really funny. Hold on, I gotta fix my headphones. I hope you guys are having a good night, by the way. Thanks for stopping by the chat. Thanks for supporting the stream in any way, form, shape, or possible. So yes, I farted very loudly and shocked myself as it happened. This is an unexpected confession, Mr. First! I just mean to say, the point is I tried to open the skylight, you see, And then I broke wind once again, trying to open the skylight. Why are you still hung up on this? The stench was terrible! Everyone was looking daggers at me, sir. I went as red as a rogue, I did. Some even pulled their daggers out on me, and were about to stab me in the butt. It reeked, Your Honor, it really did. Honestly, I'm surprised nobody passed out. Are you expecting me to sentence you? Oh, no, sir. The point is... The skylights can't be opened.
That ain't.
I tried and tried when I was inside the cabin of shame. She has something to say.
Excuse me.
Gina, piping up, I see, about tooting. Do you have something to say about tooting and breaking wind, Miss Lestrade? I hope she does. Please, I beg to God, I hope she does. Miss Lestrade! Breaking wind? It opens. The skylight. That is what you're talking about, right? Don't wait, are you... Don't tell me she's gonna shoot it. All them skylights opened! Dead easy! More easily than you can load that weapon? That's a lie, I tell you! Otherwise, when I broke wind, Oh my god, please, they are still hung up on this. Shut your mouth or else I'll aim this cannon right at you! You can't do it from the inside, you mug! Oh! Look! A few weeks ago, I was up on the roof deck of one of them drags. And I had a great haul! I mean, I had purses coming out of my ears, full of guineas galore. Miss Lestrade, this is not the forum to be eulogizing on the subject of your criminal activities. Ah, but it is! You understand that, Mr. Judge? But anyway, I had a bit of a scare. When I lifted the last bloke's purse, he got wise to me. All four of them surrounded me, so I couldn't hop off the bus and leg it. So, what I did was, I used the skylight, opened the catch and jumped right through. What? Yeah, the catch to them skylights is on the top side. That's why you can't open them from the cabin. Skylight opens from the roof deck? Bailiff! Please make sure you're writing down these girls' criminal acts, because we need to make sure that we get her next time. We're not in this courtroom. Now, bailiff, climb up into the roof of the omnibus at once, and verify this witness's claims. Hup, 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 hup. And the moment of truth! Boosh! Ah! Oh, my hat! See? Just don't be aiming that gun over at Mr. First. You don't know what's gonna happen. Order! 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 So, it appears that this street girl's statement is quite true. I don't believe it. The skylight opens, and from the roof deck...
Mr. Naruhodo! This could be the clue we've been looking for.
No! Counsel for the defense, please continue with your cross-examination. Yes, my lord. So the skylight opens. Perhaps I should investigate for myself. Investigate yourself? Let's go and see. Let's go here and examine this. Alright. So let's take a look up here. So the skylight was fastened shut before.
But now the catch has been undone. We should be able to open it.
Let's look inside. You can certainly see inside the carriage through this opening, that's for sure.
Yes, and there's a lamp in the enclosed cabin. So I'm sure the witnesses would have been able to see quite clearly.
That's not good for us. Right. Let me see something here. Okay, that's for sure. There's a lamp in the enclosed cabin, so I'm sure the witnesses agree. That's not good for us. Let me go inside. Wait. Not there. Let me go back and let me go inside. Let me go inside here for a second. What? Can't find anything out of place. Okay. So the blood stain on the ground. That's blood, isn't it?
Is something wrong?
Oh, it's just... Well, this bloodstain is so obvious, that's all. And yeah, that's like I said, no... Oh, wait, I think I already did this. Yeah, why do I have such a bad feeling about this? So... And they can... Oh, what? Oh, wait a second. Hold up. Hold on a sec. No, I see what was there. I saw that with my own eyes. I just gotta click it right. Okay. I just gotta get in there. Or I guess I can't click on it. I have to be able to. It's right there. Okay. Do I need to be at a certain angle in order to click on it? Hold on. I see the blood. It's the blood is right there. The blood is right there. Oh, we could try inside. You're right. We could try inside. Let's go back in. Alright, let's try here. I didn't name that right. There we go.
Yes, it does open very wide, doesn't it? Wide enough to kick someone like you through. Certainly, Mr. Naruhodo.
Susato, are you saying that I'm skinny and can fit through there? Like someone like me?
No comment. Ah! Actually...
What is it?
Look! Just here! Look at this!
That's without question. It's blood! Why would there be a blood stain there?
Surely... It can't be unrelated to the case, can it?
The details on the omnibus have been updated. Skadoosh, I think we got ourselves a good snack here, everybody. If you're so sure the victim fell through the skylight, where's your proof? Well, let me tell you, buddy. Let me tell you. I'm gonna save this here thing first. And then I'm gonna show you the proof. With my own two hands. Okay. Alright, let's try this. I'm gonna present.
Objection.
90%. Ah! On the night in question, the victim was fatally stabbed in the stomach. And immediately afterwards, the victim's body was pushed through the skylight into the cabin below. Those are the facts. and the irrefutable proof remains clearly visible on the omnibus that stands before us today in this very courtroom. What? That's utter humbug! The humbug, I say! You can't possibly have any evidence! No, you can't! I mean, we didn't do it, I tell you! It's impossible! Irrefutable proof? Here, in this courtroom of mine? Counsel! My lord! I believe everyone would appreciate a little clarification here, Yes, Mr. Claus? Where exactly within the omnibus is this evidence to which you allude? You'll point out what it is that proves the victim fell from the roof through the skylight. Oh, sure! Yeah, no problem. Yep. No problem.
Yes, it does open very...
Oh, wait. Okay. That was the wrong button to push. I got too ahead of myself. There we go. Got it! By Jupiter! Is that? In all capital letters. Blood? Ah! This bloodstain proves two things. Firstly, when the incident occurred, the skylight of the omnibus was open. What? And secondly, the victim was already bleeding when he fell through the opening. Oh my! So, as it follows, that Mr. McGilded, who was inside the enclosed cabin himself at the time, cannot possibly be guilty of this crime! Combined, no. I can't scream that loudly right now, unfortunately. Order!
Hold it!
Ooh. Hold it, he says. But. No buts here. But the blood could have sprayed up there when the fellow was stabbed inside the cabin. Yes, because when you stab somebody, you get projectile blood that spews up into the heavens above. I don't know if I could see that blood fountain spewing out of a guy. Man, that's a gruesome scene to imagine. And only found its way to that one particular spot on the skylight? Huh, sure. And that would be very convenient. And let's keep it in mind that the skylight catch can only be unfastened from the roof deck. I myself wouldn't have been able to open it now, would I? Considering you were only... Oh, he's gonna snap it in half. No more butts from you, Mr. Tootsie Magootsy. There's no way to know for certain, is there? If the gent really fell through the skylight, I mean. Why don't you have a good look at the floor of the cabin between the two seats, Mr. First? 'Tis all too plain, if you see. There's the aftermath that shows the poor fella dropped from a fair height right there. So it is. What? No! But it can't be. It's all lies! Hold it. Yeah, actually do hold it for a second. I gotta get a drink of water. Also, please make sure you're hydrating yourself as well, guys. Hydrate or dihydrate, as everybody says. My fellow jury members, I think we all can agree that this is clear proof of the defendant's innocence. Can't we?
I believe we can, yes, sir. It's clear to me now where the filthy rubbish can be found in this courtroom.
So they thought they could pull the wool over my eyes, did they? I can type just as fast as you and make gibberish out of it. I won't tolerate any of the guild's characters being sullied with blood. I won't tolerate it. She's definitely writing that call-out post on Twitter.com. Or as they say in the olden days, FlappyBird.com.
Oh, I always knew that nice gentleman who gave us that delightful park couldn't have done such a thing.
Am I gonna ever do a VTuber? Here's the thing. I have actually considered it before, and I did consult Elliot about this. But this was something interesting that he pointed out to me. As you can tell, guys, whenever I'm on stream, I'm very, very, very expressive. In facial looks, in gestures, and all that shit. I feel like if I went into the VTuber route, I would lose that uniqueness about me. Plus, I really like showing myself to you. I like you guys seeing my reactions to certain things about games. I like you guys seeing me, like, just seeing me in general, I guess I should say. So while the VTuber aspect does sound kind of fun, I really just like being me. I like being me for you guys. So you could see me in the all-natural scenarios, if you get my drift. On 3, then, everybody! 1, 2, 3! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday! Oh, this isn't a birthday party? Oh, we're not celebrating a birthday? Damn it, Van Zykes! That's not what you were supposed to say! We practiced this beforehand. And now he just ruined it.
A chilling performance, Mr. McGilded.
Oh?
And what would ye be referring to there now, Lord Van Zykes?
There are people who could do full body tracking with 3D models. And yes, it can be very expensive. I don't have those kinds of funds at the moment, so...
A blood stain on the frame of the skylight? Such evidence is null and void.
Wait, what? Why?
For one extremely simple reason. That smear of blood never existed!
Objection? What are you talking about? It's there for all to see, and it's clearly blood!
Objection!
No objection!
I personally attended Scotland Yard's investigation of the omnibus. The officers involved went over the carriage with a fine-tooth comb.
Okay.
So I can state with absolute surety,
again with my arm and hand movements,
no such smear of blood existed in the carriage. At least, not until this trial began.
But, are you suggesting, Lord Van Zykes, that this stain of blood was...
fabricated, my lord? Yes. And while this court has been in session...
Ah! Tang, 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 right through the heart.
What a palaver! I must say I didn't expect such crude reasoning from a prosecutor of your standing, Lord Van Zykes.
What is this Irishman talking about? But I'm Magnus McGilded, a fella known all over the capital for his fine contributions to public life. I don't take kindly to slander, and I'll fight to the bitter end, he says with a smile. Even if it's rolling off the tongue of the Reaper of the Bailey. Mr. McGilded, you're really getting on my nerves now. I realize that this is your first appearance in court as the accused. However, I am well aware of your involvement behind the scenes in a great many affairs of dubious nature. Oh, he's gone and sought all my other black market products, doesn't he? You're very adept when it comes to avoiding getting your own hands dirty. And each time it happens that a case you're involved in is investigated, you adapt the facts. Adapt the facts? What does that even mean? There's no place for adoption. Ah, yes, it's time to bring out my number 226th glass. Ah, perfect as usual, I see. When you wield a fortune the size of Mr. McGilded's, however ill-gotten it may be, nothing is impossible. Tampering with evidence, manipulating the scene of a crime, bribing the witnesses. I toast to your ability to concoct the most convenient of stories, sir. Oh, toot, Lord Van Zykes, this will not do, to be sure. Will it now, counsel? Oh, yeah, no, I won't take it. I think it's fair to say, this does sound like a rather far-fetched excuse by a desperate man. The blood on the skylight, did it exist, you say? I'm not impressed by your question. Or, what if yous will all cast your eyes and your minds back? Is it not true that the omnibus there has been in the courtroom the entire time? How could anyone possibly have put a smear of blood in it without the word and his wife seeing? Isn't that right now, counsel? It's true. The omnibus has been in full view the entire time that the court has been in session. Except for when Gina made her smoke screen attack. And now I'm questioning things. My learned friend. Okay, I'm actually questioning things now because Gina had that smoke screen come up, and we all scattered. Interesting. Here's to hearing your opinion on this matter in your own words. Okay. Yes, as you wish. Could someone have tampered with the omnibus during this trial? Oh boy. Because honestly, when you think about it, when Gina made that smoke screen, nobody could see anything. Nobody at all. And it's just, I can't, like, that's what's really nagging me right now, is that. It's out of the question it could have been possible. Oh, this is hard. I'm my gut feeling here. Because that whole smokescreen act really just made me start questioning things now, and I don't know. I don't know now. But I'm also curious. Someone have tampered with the omnibus during this trial for asking me. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one for right now. I'm just gonna go for this and see what happens. Oh! Okay, I'm going to my mind void again. Bye, Susato. I'm gonna need a moment to myself, please. As a defense lawyer, it's my job to advocate for the defendant as best as I can. But still, I feel as though there's something even more important at stake here. Ha! There is no evidence to suggest that the defendant did as my learned friend suggests. However, in terms of having the opportunity to carry out the alleged tampering, there is one possibility. Oh! Good gracious! Explain yourself, counsel! Whose side are you on? You keep flip-flopping, jib-japping! Ha! Yes, there is. It seems my learned Nipponese friend has no intention of running from this deceit. Deceit? I'm sure everyone still remembers clearly the recess that we were forced to take. As a result of the smoke grenade fired by the witness currently in the stand, Miss Gina Lestrade. When the bang went off and the smoke curled in. What is going on? Be careful, Mr. Naruhodo. Cover your face, and your eyes. Bailiff, don't let the accused escape. Secure the omnibus. I hereby call an emergency recess. Bailiff, ensure the defendant is in custody and clear the courtroom. The courtroom was filled with smoke, and everyone was thrown into confusion. All of us were made to leave this chamber, which provided the perfect opportunity. In that brief interval, under the veil of smoke and in all the chaos. Whoa! Whoa! It could have been possible to steal inside the omnibus! Look at me pointing! Look at my stance! It's powerful! Hold on, no, we gotta do this. Look at him! Look at that power stance he's got! Boom! That's my man! That's my man right there! Although you could fold your arm just a little bit there, Ryunosuke. You'll work on it. You'll work on it. I swear. Are you wise? What are ye trying to pull, ye rotten, feckless gouger? Feckless gouger? I don't know what that means. You're supposed to be defending me. 'Tis a wicked plot. 'Tis a plot to undermine me, so it is.
Objection.
Okay, guys, I'm actually thinking now, did McGilded actually do something? Because whenever I go against him, he always throws a fit in the fact that I'm supposed to be defending him. I don't know. Something don't feel right now with Mr. McGilded. Whatever you think this is, it changes nothing. The facts are the same. After this courtroom was evacuated earlier as a result of the smoke grenade, I must imagine he must talk like the conductor in Hat in Time. Possibly, you know, but I never played the Hat in Time. Also, it's good to see you, you know. Been a while since you've come around here. Hope you've been doing well, my dude. A number of inconsistencies materialized in relation to the omnibus. Inconsistencies? Such as? To To start with, the storage compartment underneath the rear passenger seat. And that it was empty. When the police investigated the omnibus, this compartment was full of the driver's items. Secondly, we have the smear of blood on the edge of the skylight. As I have said, that was not present at the start of the trial this morning. I really do need to play A Hat in Time, though. My roommate played it, and I've been told from him and from several people that it'd be a game that I would enjoy. It might be a new game that I start in the new year, but who knows? I have too many games on my backlog, to be honest. And I keep adding on! Like, I still gotta start SMT5, I still gotta start Brilliant Diamond. But it's like, now that I'm working again, who knows what my stream schedule's gonna be like. It's gonna be inconsistent, as Van Zykes here says. Unfortunately, Lord Van Zykes, no one is able to corroborate your claims. It's true. When the omnibus was first wheeled out, both the storage compartment and the skylight were shut. Accordingly, I'm afraid to say we cannot establish with any certainty if this evidence is the result of tampering or not. Indeed, my lord. No doubt there is not a single person who saw fit to verify such things.
What do you think?
Sorry? Y'all saying I'm gonna simp for Snatcher? Alright. You guys placed your bets, so I'll let you do that. I'll let you be. You guys form your opinions. You guys make your bets. We'll see when it happens.
About the omnibus. Is there anything else unusual about the omnibus?
You may have an inkling. Mr. Claus, my lord? Yes? Oh yes, Neb, if you do want to post a link, please make sure you ask me beforehand so I can give you permission. There is one further inconsistency. A mark that surely could not have been present at the start of the trial. What? Hold on, Neb. If you want to post something, let me make sure I get this to you. Okay, Neb. If you want to post a link, go right ahead. Or if you want to post a link or DM it to me, go right ahead. It's up to you. Up to you. Let me see this. Oh, okay. I've seen this Snatcher guy before. Weird purple ghosty man who kind of looks like Jack Frost in a bit of a way from Persona. Something like that, yeah. I've seen him around. What in the devil's name are you going to say now? If you dare betray me, you little maggot, you...
Objection!
Couldn't even finish that. Silence, McGilded! The court awaits the defense's clarification. This trial keeps swinging one way and then the other, and I have no idea what's the truth and what's deception anymore. Susato, please hold me. I don't know what's going on right now.
There, Mr. Naruhodo. I'll give you a nice pat on the back.
What am I supposed to believe here? I shall have to ask you to elaborate, counsel. Where exactly is this alleged mark that you claim appeared at some point during the trial? If I'm correct, it's the blood stain down here. Because this was something, yeah. This bloodstain is so obvious, that's all. And yet Van Sykes has made no mention of it. See, it's that. I smell a contract that's expired. What do you mean by that, Zeke, huh? A contract? I have no idea what you mean by that. If that's something from A Hat in Time, then I got no clue. But welcome, Zeke. Welcome to the chat.
Got it!
Hope you're having a good day then, my dude. If we consider the victim fell through the skylight onto the floor of the cabin, you would certainly expect to find signs of blood where he landed. Correct. But as far as I recall, this bloodstain on the cabin floor was not there when the omnibus was first brought into the court. McGilded, what are you doing? Good Lord! Fix my hat. My wig, I mean. Yes, I do believe you're correct, Counsel. The other thing that I know about Hat in Time is, I think it was like the Hat Kid who does this really weird dance. There was a meme about it. She, like, waves her hands in the air like she doesn't care. Something like that. But I know zilch about A Hat in Time stuff. I got no clue about it.
Well said. Although as an advocate for the defense, one might say that was a very careless slip of the tongue.
Sure, you could say that. But I believe that bloodstain on the floor is a decisive piece of evidence. Ha! But if the question is whether that evidence is genuine, or whether it was unlawfully fabricated by someone, I feel compelled to admit that there's at least a possibility that the evidence is fake. Fake?! Oh shit, we got the blinding lights coming in! You're blinded by the light! Oh! I'm genuinely afraid right now. I am genuinely nervous to see what is happening here. Guys, you don't want to anger an Irishman. You do not want to anger an Irishman. They are ruthless, and they can be violent when they are angry. This trial is over. Mr. McGilded? Susato, I'm going to hide behind you because I'm very scared right now. You should look up the lyric video for Your Service is No Longer Required by Man of the Internet. Noted! I love me some good memes. Oh god. No, I'm genuinely nervous right now. What is happening? I've done everything I possibly can to cooperate with the court, but it is all over now. But you're the defendant! 'Tis over, I tell you! Oh boy. Oh, he's rightfully pissed. Oh, he's rightfully pissed! Oh god, that's a man that's ready to kill me! Susato, I'm really hiding behind you now! Oh shit. Memory! Recollection! What people think they saw! 'Tis all nonsense! Facts are it counts! And the fact is that bloodstain is there! Now! Well? And over the course of this desperate trial, long and extremely drawn out as it has been, that good-for-nothing reaper at the Bailey has failed to present any decisive evidence at all! he's going through the breakdown right now, guys. Brace yourselves. I'm scandalous, so I am. I thought better of Lord Van Zykes. Well, my lord... Bailiff, I may need you to come in and help me as well, because I'm nervous too. I must concur with the defendant. The unaffirmed recollections of an individual cannot stand as evidence. At this moment in time, the particular bloodstain in question is very much in existence. And in the absence of any credible method by which to prove its alleged previous non-existence, I regret to say, excuse me again, that it would be improper for this trial to continue. Santa, you can't be serious! Lord Van Zykes, what is your position? I'm at a stalemate here and I don't like it. Where's my 300th cup glass of wine? I need it now. The prosecution, my Lord Claus, has no further witnesses or evidence to present. Very well. In that case, as I believe we have explored every possible avenue in this matter, are you telling me Mr. McGilt is going to go off scot-free then? Well, damn. I shall proceed to my adjudication. As a formality, I am of course obliged to confirm with the defense first. What formality?
As things stand at the moment, it would seem that Mr. McGilded will be found not guilty.
Yes.
Which would mean we've won.
But at what cost? Is that really the right outcome here? Is it really alright for the trial to come to an end now? With all these unexplained inconsistencies? Counsel for the defense! Your closing statement, please! I need to go back into my mind space again, sir! Yes, Mr. Claus! The defense believes the defendant could be guilty! I'm saying it straight! I am here in this courtroom today to advocate for the defense of my client, Mr. McGilded. However, at this moment in time, I cannot, in all good conscience, attest fully to the defendant's innocence. What are you saying, man, bro? It means I'm gonna piss him off even more and he'll want to deck me in the face. Without any question, there was no conclusive evidence to prove that the defendant is guilty. I don't know why I said that in a courtroom full of people, but I did. Because I also think that this trial does not work the way it's supposed to. This is more of a farmhouse. There was a horse galloping. There was a guy gnawing on his cane like a squirrel. And on the jury stand, someone looks like they have a pug face. Hell, even I don't know what kind of animal I am. However, there was also no conclusive evidence to prove that he is innocent. Good... Wait, good gracious me! I am a wild card, aren't I? Order! Order! This unprecedented behavior, counsel! A defense lawyer calling the accused's innocence into question? Are you of sound mind? Are you crazy, man? decision. What? I must say, I didn't expect quite such an exciting spectacle at the end there. But still. And so... Here, have this for your troubles. Dud poink. I want to imagine the coin bumped right off his forehead. Your job here is done, fella. Handsome, fine work you've done, so you have. What do you mean? I have no context as to why you want to get this man accused, but I'm pretty sure this is illegal. You know, just stay on that illegal mine track and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. 'Tis just as the right honourable gentleman so oh god, succinctly put it afore. The trial can't go on anymore. And your closing statement there was, how did he put it now? Nothing more than a formality. You're going against him! Oh, I don't like this. Oh! Okay, he's breaking down to hysterical laughter. I really don't know what to make. Oh. Sorry about that. There we go. I really don't know what to make of all this. What's the evidence genuine? That we've seen? Or was it fake? In a perfect world, the prosecution defense would wish to find the truth. Yep. But when it comes to Ace Attorney games, that's literally thrown out the window. Because in Ace Attorney games, you can call a parrot as a witness. His lordship would be fuming, and the unsightly rubbish should be disposed of promptly, as I said. Yeah, you call out that shitpost there, jury number 4. You call that out. The stinking rich are always guilty of something. You! Mark my words!
Oh, I feel terribly ashamed that I ever doubted that lovely man who gave us the lovely pog.
Can my courtroom please not turn into an animal house every 5 minutes? Now that the proceedings have unfolded in this way, I am compelled to declare a premature end to this trial. Furthermore, oh shit, the court must accept the defendant's shit. The parrot was also a damning piece of evidence as a witness. Rank! Rank! Remember this date! Remember this date! You, my good sir, I thank you kindly, my lord. I believe you are actually right, Chris. Because if I remember correctly, when I was streaming that with my roommate, he was telling me that there was a court case quite a number of years ago that actually did call... It was some kind of animal. I'm not specifically sure if it was a parrot or a different animal, but it was an animal that was called to the stand to be a witness. Wild times, am I right? Oh, God. Oh, God. I hereby pronounce the verdict of this court. Got me sweating over here, guys.
Objection.
Oh, shit. But we still haven't determined if the bloodstain in the omnibus is genuine or not! We don't know if these witnesses are telling the truth or a pack of lies! We have no idea about the truth! And aren't you supposed to swear by the truth and only tell the truth, so help you God? Judge? Lord Van Zykes. My lord. The case made by the prosecution was flawed. Plain and simple. If indeed the omnibus presented as evidence was tampered with, the prosecution is at fault for allowing such a disgraceful perversion of justice to take place. My sincerest apologies, my lord.
Objection!
Objection, I say! But wait, there's more! When we were evacuated from the courtroom, Lord Van Sykes ordered the evidence to be secured. I'm afraid the prosecution cannot shun responsibility in this matter. That's so unfair! Too bad, the law is always unfair. The culpability of the defendant has not, at the present time, been established by this court. Consequently, the jury will not be required to proffer judgment. Proffer. What? You're getting away scot-free, Mr. McGilden, and I thought you were cool!
Well, Lord Van Sykes, it's been a pleasure. So it has. And as for you, my dear fella, I couldn't have asked for a better defense.
Oh, you sleazy slimeball! How dare you call me a good defense? This is definitely what we call an acquittal. Did you mean to tell me this has all been a grand waste of time?
'Tis the law of the land, my good man. If you'd like to pursue this matter further, you can always go ahead and try to change the law.
Damn laws of the 18th century, early 19th century.
Magnus McGilded. Oh, good gracious, you've more to say to me, have ye?
Just one thing. A warning. I'm gonna go in real close.
This is far from over.
Well, something to be looking forward to, then. Wah! Ha! I hereby pronounce the defendant, Mr. Magnus McGilded, not guilty. Yay! Confetti! What's with the fireworks? Why is this in a courtroom? Who allowed this? I can't believe it. This is an outrage. You should examine the evidence. Oh my god. This don't sit well with me, guys. This don't sit well. This is the only time that nobody will ever cheer for a not guilty sentence, yes. With the courtroom in pandemonium for the second time that day, the judge delivered his verdict. My first ever trial in Great Britain came to an abrupt end. No, I don't like the little green man anymore! With the defendant being found not guilty. Ostensibly, a victory for us. A victory for us. How do you slam a desk to throw a fire into a scale? Easy! All you have to do is you have to get one of those nice little saucers, like a saucer of a plate. You place it down on your desk. There's a hidden button that you have to have installed underneath. And, you just be can wire it straight to that little platter on your desk. And you just click it, like that. That, or you need some all-powerful judge to grant you the powers of being a juror, and then all of a sudden you can magically make fire appear. There's also that. Man, I'm gonna feel so bad about this. And then the protagonist was found stabbed in the alley behind the courthouse. Yay! Another murder! Now we could say that McGilded is sus.
That certainly was a long trial.
Yeah. It was.
Your first ever trial on foreign soil, and your first victory. It was a wonderful performance. My heartfelt congratulations.
Please don't say congratulations. It feels too bitter on my tongue. And to you, Miss Susato, thank you for your assistance. I suppose we should be happy. The trouble is, we're still completely in the dark about what actually happened.
Well, we didn't have enough time.
But isn't it wrong? I mean, who was actually responsible for Mr. Mason's death? We don't even know that!
The sole aim of the defense is to obtain a verdict that exonerates the defendant. You carried out your duty to perfection.
Get out of here. Get out of here. No! Get out! I don't want you in my presence, you little leprechaun! That you did. Get out! Get out! Get out of here with your smiling face! I don't want to see you around here anymore. I liked you at first, and then you went and you twisted everything. Mr. McGilded. Ah, and that girl is with him too. Don't tell me both of them are in on this. Oh God, you're right. You're right, Zeke. The luck of the Irish is on his side. Where can I find his pot of gold at the end of his rainbow? What if I steal it? I'll steal his luck then at the same time too, hopefully. Well, it seems the stories are true. Oh? What stories? About the 6 enormous fireworks they do be letting off when there's a verdict of not guilty. Why? 'Cause who knows? I'm sure yous must have seen them now. Spectacular, wouldn't you say? Yeah. Oh, definitely spectacular. I'd heard it was a sight to behold, and to be sure it was. And I've you to thank, I suppose, for having an opportunity to see it. Wah ha 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 ha! Oh, I don't know about that. I'm not sure I really did anything. What on earth are you saying, fella? How did I walk out of there a free man, then? I don't think it was so much thanks to me as down to your planning. How often are the accused actually guilty in Ace Attorney? How often are the accused actually guilty? I mean, a lot. Not a lot. Not a lot. This is just one of those rare moments. A 4-leaf clover, you say? I'll keep 2 on me. One for Mr. McGilded here, and the other for his little thief friend as well. You're a straight-talking fella, aren't you? I must say, you had me astray in the head there once or twice. But you're young and headstrong! Aye, 'tis water under the bridge.
Congratulations, Mr. McGilded, on having your name cleared.
But nothing's resolved! Hoot, 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 hoot. There's only one thing that matters to me. Oh? Aye. They've all seen that I didn't do that odious and obstinate deed. 'Tis grand, is it not? I suppose it is. Now the fine fellas of Scotland Yard can take matters in hand and sort out any wee details. Whew! They'll see it for what it is. They'll get to the truth. I've absolute faith in them, so I have. After all, I do be providing a good number of their wages with all the taxes. You little shit. You little shit. You little shit. You knew walking into this. He knew walking into this. Oh. Wah-ha-ha-ha-ha! This guy really is like the Irish version of Wario, though, if you get my drift, guys. It's not that funny. So then, the only times the defendant is actually guilty, Phoenix or whatever character is forced to help because of blackmail. No, yeah, you're kind of right. It has been mostly blackmail most times. As we agreed beforehand, 1,000 guineas for your troubles, fella. I shove my hand in my pocket and I give him a lint ball. There's your 1,000 guineas. No, I couldn't possibly accept that much. Ara? How would you say ara in an Irish accent? God, do I dare do it? Do I dare? Alright, I'll try for it. You're getting a free ara from me, guys. Okay. Irish accent. Oh, God. Ara. Or should I say, ara. That's the best you're getting. That's the best you're getting. An ara with an Irish accent. Ara, be wished. You're a humble people, are ye? You from the east? You're telling me an Irish character going ara is very cursed. Well, if you insist. Toink! But have this, still and all. He deserves a reward. Mr. Magnus McGilded! Oh, God. Hello, eyeless and faceless bailiff. Everything is ready, sir. If you'd like to follow me into the courtroom. Into the courtroom? What's this, officer? 'Tis sooner than I was led to believe. I hope it's not inconvenient, sir. There were some changes to the schedule. Well, I must be making tracks now. 'Tis time for the inspection. Sorry, what inspection? They're going to be examining the omnibus again. So I'm told. I asked if I could be present for it myself. They're going to examine it again? Thanks for clipping that there, M. Thank you very much. Yeah, no, that's my suspicions here as well, Zeke. He's paying these people in here so that he can get off scot-free. I can smell it. I can smell it from here. Little weasel that he is. Naturally, I'm under no obligation to take part in any more of this matter now. But as an upstanding member of London society, I do be doing my best to help where I can. 'Tis a gentleman's duty, so it is. So then, with a wave of my hand, fare thee well. 'Twas an absolute pleasure meeting yous. I hope ye have a whale of a time while you're studying here in Great Britain. And just like that, there he goes. A free man. I forgot she was here too. Gina? Please don't shoot me! Gina! What's going on here? Is this a holdup? Don't move! Whereas I want to say, get a move on! She really does take forever to load that thing. Miss Lestrand, would you mind putting that thing down? Are you seriously trying to get me into a holdup, Gina? You're a grown-up. Sorry? And I hate all grown-ups! I'm 24! What's going on here? There you are. What? Hello? Who? Child? Wait, where did you come from?
Naughty, running off like that.
Who is this child? And why does she have a bow haircut? Is this some kind of picnic? Who's this little girl now? Literally, whose sassy lost child is this?
And taking that with you as well. I was looking forward to the trial run of my experimental smoke grenade launcher.
What the fuck is going on? Ha! Wait! Why does the smaller child have a bigger weapon?
Oh, do you want to play? You won't beat me.
Why? What? I'm at a loss. I'm at a loss. Excuse me, but who are you?
Oh, good day to you. I'm the inventor, I suppose, of that machine.
How old are you? The inventor?
Well, normal smoke grenades are so dull, don't you agree? White, and more white. If you had to be shrouded in smoke, it could at least be a pretty color, I thought to myself.
Okay, but do we have to be shrouded in smoke, though? At all? Pokemon Gun revealed right now in Great Ace Attorney Chronicles.
I just took my eyes off it for a moment whilst I was changing onto a different omnibus, and she pitched it.
Wait, what?
Luckily, I did it with a telegraphic beacon.
She does kind of look like some spin-off character from Mary Poppins. She's also very steampunky, which I kind of like. Wait, what's it? What? I have no idea what this girl is talking about. And how old is she again?
Anyway, you're coming with me now. Back to my laboratory.
What for?
To apologize, of course, silly, to my technician.
What? You mean say sorry?
You must say sorry when you've done something wrong. Surely an adult has told you that before.
An adult? I don't listen to no adults!
Come along then, follow me, or else I'll really shoot you with my grenade launcher.
Fine. Have it your way.
Oh, good. You see, I knew you'd want to do the right thing in the end. Taking a bazooka down and not aiming at your face.
I'm fairly sure that what she wants is not to get shot by that massive gun of yours. Now, child, who are you?
Well, we'll be leaving now then. Bye-bye! I'm so sorry for all the fuss!
Okay, bye! She was a lively one. And I never got her name! This was supposed to be Phoenix Wright, but in a historical setting you knew. And then we have Small Child, who is an inventor. Wait, I'm curious. Is she in here now? Oh, damn, she's not here now. Okay. Darn.
Well, do you think perhaps we ought to be on our way now, too?
Yeah, you're right, but... where to?
Oh!
We haven't had time to find a place to stay. No sooner had we arrived in London than we had to rush here. Wait, we haven't even secured a place to stay? Why didn't we plan this out before we went on the boat? All our traveling cases are still with the bailiff. You know what, CB, when you say that, it reminds me of that one woman from Breath of the Wild. The little short old woman. Her. I forget her name though. But it reminds me of that. I do want to find out for myself there, Ned, but thank you for the offer and asking. But at this late hour in the day, I'm afraid we may be out of luck.
Don't worry, though. I have a plan. If the worst comes to worst, I've heard of a lovely park where we could spend the night.
Please tell me you're not thinking of McGilded Park!
I know it may be a little chilly at this time of year, but our youthfulness will see us through.
This isn't about youthfulness, it's about keeping warm, Susato! I'm not so sure about that! I think a midwinter London night will freeze a young person solid just as easily as an elderly one. Oh shit, I made her cry, damn it.
Oh dear, that does sound agreeable.
Now I'm starting to regret turning Mr. McGilded down. That 1,000 guineas would have paid for a lovely warm room. Or mansion. And so, the trial to determine my worthiness for the study tour was over by the end of our first day in London. That night, I got frostbite in both my legs. In the morning, Susato had to karate chop them off. However, as we were soon to learn, there were more trying times ahead. Just as the Reaper of the Bailey had warned, the case was far from over. Yeah?
What's going on? Get the fire brigade!
Whoa!
Bring water, quick! What the? How did this happen?
I don't know, sir. By the time I got here, it was already engulfed.
No one was supposed to be
Arson?
before we started.
Are we actually committing arson in this game? There's someone inside?
No. Oh, good God. Anyone in there?
Judge!
This can't be.
Zykes. Talk, you. I want to hear your voice. Well then. I can't believe we now have canon arson committed in Ace Attorney game. Congratulations all. How many of you think Mr. McGilda died? What happened? Because he was gonna go look at the car. He was gonna go look at the omnibus. And then all of a sudden it just started to blaze. Either he was the one who committed the arson, or when he was inside, someone decided to put it up in flame. Oh my god. Santa was very casual about that, though, I have to say. Seemed like he wasn't used to the fact that something was burning in his courtroom. Wow. Wow. Just wow. Huh. They did not show who was inside. So that's gonna be a mystery. So now we don't know. Now we don't know who actually was in there. Could have been McGilded. Could have been somebody else. I like to think it was McGilded, since he was going to go back and look at the omnibus. But who knows? Anyway, before we do start up the next episode, guys, I'm going to go downstairs, grab myself some more water, and we'll be right back. We'll get started on the 4th case. Hello, I'm back. And I brought a mochi as a little snack as well. Zika, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the party. Glad you like sticking around here, my dude. Dude, wait. Neb, you actually went to go get s'mores? Look at you! I hope the s'mores are delicious. As delicious as my mochi is. Alright. Are we all ready for the 4th episode to begin? Because I know I am. This looks interesting. Episode 4, The Adventure of the Clouded Kokoro. Let's go!
I begin to think, Wilson, said Sholmes, turning his head languidly in my direction, that there is more to this case than that which we have observed. Indeed, that there may be another part to this story that we are yet to discover. His eyes wandered, following the steam rising from his cup of herbal tea.
Herbal tea.
Leading him to the distant memory of that snowy evening.
A dead girl.
To the young lady collapsed on the pavement along Briar Road, and to the knife in her back.
Oh shit.
Lit in the soft glow of gas lamps, a most extraordinary scene had been set. And under the cover of a light fog, the curtain had risen silently on the insoluble mystery of our invisible killer.
Oh shit, some lady with a knife in her back? Can't be a good time. Literally the next day after that trial. 19th of February, 9:47 a.m., British Supreme Court. Lord Chief Justice's office. The Clouded Heart. Ooh!
Did you sleep last night, Mr. Naruhodo?
No, not at all.
It was an enormous hotel, wasn't it? The rooms were so luxurious. I felt like we were staying in a palace. And with all the gas lights twinkling, it was brighter than day, even in the middle of the night.
What about the enormous beds? After my time on the SS Burya, I wasn't going to waste a single inch of that space. Can you imagine that? Little Mr. Ryunosuke, just like all across that king-size bed. You live it up, king. You live it up. I spent the entire night rolling from one side of the mattress to the other. And then some. I had tons of leg room.
Oh yes, it really was the sort of night you can only dream of normally. Except, when I learned that we owed £3 for the rooms, that dream quickly turned into a nightmare.
Oops! Yeah. Sorry about that. The building was so impressive, and the entrance was so inviting. I was like a moth drawn to the flame. I wandered in without even thinking.
In a lodging house in Japan, that sum of money would put a roof over your head for a whole year. I did try, but I'm afraid I couldn't help my tears when we were presented the bill.
That's a good Susato. That's a good Susato right there. I really am sorry.
Well, never mind. We must find some more affordable lodging straight away, though. If we're not careful, our entire stipend will be used up in 10 days or less.
Ugh, London is a scary place. morning to you at this early hour. Who could it be? Ah, yes! This imposing man! Oh, yes, well...
Good morning to you, Lord Chief Justice. We have come to report on the outcome of the trial at the Old Bailey yesterday.
Sato-san is amazing. She doesn't bat an eyelid, even in the presence of the imposing Lord Strongheart. I forget what I used for your voice, my man, so we're just gonna have to make it up on the spot. Yes. I believe you had a very comprehensive initiation into British courtroom practices. Sorry, my head's a little bit jumbled today. It is quite early, after all. Oh, yes, it was, it was very eye-opening. Thank you.
And, in accordance with your instructions, Lord Strongheart, Mr. Naruhodo performed his duty to the end.
Yes. I've already been apprised of events. You conducted a remarkable defense. You may consider the test passed. Oh, shit! I mean, oh, yes, yeah. Yep. 10 degrees of a cronk, you say, Chris? Now, no longer are you a student from the Empire of Japan. You may henceforth claim to be a full-fledged lawyer. My country is delighted to welcome young talented from such a remote eastern land. I could go that way. Thank you very much. So I'm a lawyer now. Now, in view of your new appointment, I have a fresh case in mind for you. I'd like you to take it on at once. I trust that you won't be a problem. Another case already? Nothing trains a lawyer better than practical experience. I'm sure I don't sense dissatisfaction, do I? I mean, it's just that yesterday's trial ended unusually. I haven't come to terms with it yet. Ha! What to come to terms with? The man was cleared. What more were you hoping for? Nothing? The culpability of the defendant has not at the present time been established by this court. Consequently, the jury will not be required to proffer judgment. Well, Lord Van Sykes, it's been a pleasure, so it has. And as for you, my dear fella, I couldn't have asked for a better defense. And then he broke into that strange Wario laugh. And I hated every second of it. I just can't help wondering if Mr. McGilded really was innocent?
Mr. Naruhodo!
I mean, it's just that I never managed to ascertain this truth. And then the trial ended. Yes. My watch is very, very much behind the times, I see. Well, you needn't let it trouble you for a second longer. Sorry?
What do you mean, Lord Strongheart?
Oh my god, he did die. He died in the fire. Oh. Magnus McGilded passed away immediately following the trial. Okay, so, who here wants to, check off the theory that he definitely did die in that arson fire? Oh boy. Oh boy. Wow. Wow. And you know what? This is horrible, because we're never gonna know the actual truth behind what he really did. Because now he's dead. Now he is dead. No! What? Mr. McGilded is dead? Initiate the pixelated pigeons. I have 19 minutes and 41 seconds until my next engagement. Time enough to talk. Yeah! His death! I don't understand! What happened? How can he be dead? After the trial concluded yesterday, there was a great commotion in the Old Bailey. As you'll presumably recall, an omnibus had been wheeled into the courtroom. Right? Yes, of course. That was the scene of the crime which Mr. McGilded has been accused of. Precisely. Well, while the bailiff's attention was diverted by some other matter, the omnibus went up in flames. I'm so proud of you, Chris. You're the arson starter. I'm very proud of you.
No. How could such a thing have happened?
That is being investigated as we speak. But already, the police have identified a corpse found inside the charred shell of the cabbage. Is that of Mr. McGilded?
That's awful!
The man must have slipped inside while the bailiff's attention was elsewhere. That bailiff really needs to pay attention more. Seriously, someone fire that bailiff.
And how could that have happened?
That is also being investigated as we speak. Oh, shit.
Thinking back now, immediately after the trial, Mr. McGilded did mention going back into the courtroom to look at the omnibus.
For what, though? We don't know!
Well, I must be making tracks now. 'Tis time for the inspection.
Sorry? What inspection?
They're going to examine the omnibus again, so I'm told. I asked if I could be present for it myself.
An inspection of the omnibus? Not to my knowledge. I don't believe Scotland Yard had any intention of re-examining the carriage. But then who was Mr. McGilded talking about? Never mind that now. The yard is making a thorough investigation. I swear, guys, I swear, when I look at this, it looks like a toilet seat handle. I'm sorry. It really does. You just flush it right then and there. You really could. This matter is no longer any concern of yours. Leave it to the police.
Poor Mr. McGilded.
Sure, the police, So, how did you find your first taste of our country's Supreme Court? Oh! Well, I don't know. I mean, it was wow.
Mr. Naruhodo means that the whole experience was steeped in the solemnity of Great Britain's long history. It's really a world apart from our own judicial system in Japan, which is only a few short decades old.
Wow, Susato said it's such a way with words. I bet she can write poetry.
And you seem to have a way of failing to find the right ones.
Shit, she read my mind again. The judicial system here is the most advanced in the world. Learn all you can. Most advanced in the world, is it? It was fortunate that your very first trial was a simple affair.
Simple? That was simple?
As I believe I mentioned yesterday morning, it was a trial you couldn't lose.
I don't mean to be contrary, Lord Strongheart, but the case was anything but simple.
Ah! Simple, she says. The circumstance of the case was so incriminating, I was stunned when I first heard about him. In fact, I'm still finding it hard to believe that we managed to get a favorable verdict. Ha! Is something funny? Your face is funny. Sorry, I just needed to get in a little laugh in the morning. No, my apologies. However, the fact is that you did receive the not guilty verdict you set out to achieve. And that can only be attributed to exceptional talent. Wouldn't you agree? Oh, you say exceptional talent? Well, I don't know. Fiddling with the sword against his side. Why are you, holding that sword against your side? No reason. No reason, Mr. Strongheart. I just like making sure it's still there. And it's not missing or anything. It's okay, buddy. Are we good? Are we okay? Well, never mind. You exceeded my expectations, I freely admit. That much, at least, is an undeniable truth. Which is precisely why I have prepared the new case for you that I mentioned before. What's going on? What was he going to say before? So about this new case.
Could you perhaps give us some more details about the new case you mentioned?
Don't tell me it's a murder and the trial starts in 10 minutes. It's definitely a murder and a trial that starts in 9 minutes. Don't worry. It's nothing so alarming or quite so urgent as your last assignment. Woo! In fact, this case is completely different. Oh, I see! Did he just read? Can everybody read my mind? First Susato, now this guy? Am I that easy to read? That is to say, no one has died. As yet. And the trial will not be today. There's plenty of time to research the case thoroughly. Research exploration! 23 hours, 43 minutes, and 18 seconds to be precise. Ha! So the trial's tomorrow then. Good!
Is everything alright, Mr. Naruhodo?
Oh yeah, I'm just a little confused, that's all. I mean, yesterday's trial was... Well, it's left me wondering if I really am cut out for being a lawyer.
Oh, Mr. Naruhodo.
I don't know if I could face standing in that courtroom again after Mr. McGilden's trial. Yes! I nearly forgot. Excuse me. There is one similarity with yesterday's case. Once again, there's currently no one to advocate for the defense. Oh joy, I hope they don't turn out to be a sleazy slumbag like Mr. McGilded was. If the situation remains unchanged, the trial will start tomorrow with the defendant unrepresented. And if that happens, I need not remind you of the inevitable outcome.
The most terrible end awaits the defendant.
Yeah, what she said, that's right. Here we go again. Here we go again. Your time is up. I exceeded those 19 minutes and gave you 1 extra minute free. You will have to excuse me. I would advise you to begin making preparations for tomorrow's trial. After all, the clock is ever ticking. Sir, are you okay there? Nope, I'm fine, yes. There is now but 23 hours, 26 minutes, and 38 seconds until the court sits. Wait, last time he mentioned the 23 hours, he said there was plenty of time. And one more thing, Mr. Naruhodo. There is something I should like to ask you. Oh, yeah, what was that? Yesterday you remarked upon something. That you intend to see through the will of your late compatriot, Mr. Rasugi! My boy! I would be interested in hearing what exactly you mean by that. Inside 34 seconds. Oh, I mean, Kazuma always used to say, you see, that he wanted to learn how the greatest justice system in the world works so he could change ours in Japan. Now that he's gone, I'd like to work towards that myself, and, there's another thing. Oh! Another thing? Continue. On the way here on the steamship, he said something to me. There's something very important that I have to do. Something very important? And what exactly would that be? He never had a chance to tell me because he died! I suppose he would have done if he never made it to... You're out of time. Well, thank you for an enlightening discussion.
Mr. Naruhodo, what's all this about? Mr. Asogi never once mentioned anything of the sort to me.
Because you're not special to him, apparently, Mr. Zato. Whereas I am, apparently. I urge you both to focus your attentions on the matter at hand. You were at the courtroom yesterday. I've taken the liberty of summoning the police inspector in charge of the case. He'll be able to apprise you of the details. How long has he been standing? How long has he been there? Long enough to hear all your squabbling! So, I wish you the best of luck and bid you farewell. Bye. Fade out of existence. Look at this guy over here. What are you planning, huh? What are you doing? What are you looking at? What is in your hand? Are those French fries? Or potato wedges? They look like potato wedges. I think they're potato wedges.
There's something very important that I have to do. Kazuma-sama, what did you mean?
I wish I knew. But honestly, he never told me. Anyway, we better talk to the detective, don't you think?
Yes, you're right.
Hi, buddy. I hope I'm just imagining it, but I wouldn't say he looks pleased. I wouldn't say he looks pleased. to see us. We're interrupting his potato wedge time, apparently. He's having some fish and chips, you say? Some fish and chips? That would make sense. Okay, what if I looked this way? And I just pretend he's not there. Hi. Oh my god, you're right. He is. Wait, what? Wait, how is he? Oh my god, you're right though. He is having fish and chips. Could we trouble you? What do you think? Ah! Lovely weather, isn't it? Can you please tell me how you're able to reproduce the, fried fish in your cup there so miraculously? What's the weather got to do with anything? Ah! Listen to me, you young Japanese upstart! Some flippery about the weather doesn't get every English gent eaten out of your hand, you know! I like this guy's track! But Susato-san told me it was foolproof! Jesus heck! I'm a busy man, a very busy man! There's a crime scene to investigate, but I'm here having to get the likes of you a talking to! Oh, I'm ever so sorry. Can you imagine what the officers they will be saying? Huh? Wait, where does fish and chips go? Haven't seen Gregson anywhere, have you? No, he's too busy with the big wigs these days. And all because of some bumpkin who's here on a jolt for the country and they've even heard of. Hey, that ripping sound? That's my reputation at the yard going to tatters. There's no need to rip us apart as well.
I don't believe we've been introduced. This is Mr. Ryunosuke Naruhodo, a defense lawyer. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant, Sue. It's lovely weather we're having today.
Isn't? Oh, she's giving him the intense eyes. What do you have to say about that there, Mr. Detective, huh? The lady always gets it. The lady always gets it. It's unseasonably fine, I grant you. London winters don't see a lot of sunshine. Unbelievable! How did she pull that off? So... Lutz Longer has asked me to fill you in on the case. The name's Tobias Gregson. Inspector Grayson, but you, I'm from Scotland Yard.
Gregson? Inspector Gregson?
What's the matter with Susato-san? Does this detective's name mean something to her? Inspector Gregson.
Inspector, are you perhaps the Inspector Gregson?
I can't say for sure because I'm enjoying my fish and chips. You're acting like you know this man, Miss Susato, but he's a London detective.
Oh, I do know him. Very well, in fact.
Very well? Of course he's related to Herlock Sholmes.
Yes, he features prominently in The Adventures of Herlock Sholmes.
Oh. In that publication. What's it called again? Rants Magazine?
That's right! Inspector Gregson and Mr. Sholmes enjoy a wonderful friendly rivalry.
Oh! Ooh! Really? rival the great Mr. Sholmes? That's incredible! Oh, well, I don't know about that. And Mr. Sholmes isn't a professional like myself, of course. But he does come up with the goods from time to time.
Mr. Sholmes is equally complimentary about you, Inspector, isn't he? You've earned his highest praise. Gregson is the pick of the bad lot of all the Scotland Yarders. Those were his own words.
Wait, I need to see now. I need to see. Tobias Gregson, the detective inspector in charge of Scotland Yard's investigation of the case. He's stern and single-minded in his approach, and a great lover of fish and chips. 44 years old. And you're going gray, really?
Well, Mr. Sholmes isn't particularly known for giving compliments, you see.
That he is not! And thanks to that magazine, my name's known all over London town now! I mean, that's great, isn't it? I have to admit that to start with, I was a little, well, flattered by all the attention. Everyone wanted to shake my hand, and my reputation at the yard went through the roof. Well, that's wonderful! No, it's not! There's nothing more sinister than the man on the street! People are always looking at me now. They're whispering rumors about me under their breath, I'm sure. Rumors?
Are you quite sure?
He's changed since he started appearing in those stories. The fame's gone to his head, stuff like that.
Gosh, do you really think people are saying such mean-spirited things about you?
Like I said, they whisper, so I can't catch exactly what they're saying, but I know what folk are like. I'm sure that's what they're saying, as sure as eggs is eggs. Gasp! I get the feeling this detective could be very hard work. Very.
Oh dear. Perhaps the sudden rise to fame does change people.
You're telling me. So, about the case that the Lord Chief Justice mentioned before. Nothing to tell, really. As far as we're concerned at the yard, it couldn't be simpler.
Oh dear. That probably means that as far as we're concerned as lawyers, it couldn't be more complicated.
I wish you were wrong about that, but I have a nasty feeling you're right. A young woman was walking along the pavement on the Briar Road when she was stabbed from behind. Like stab, right through the gutter. Fortunately, it wasn't fatal, but she's still laid up in the hospital, unconscious.
That's despicable! What sort of coward would attack the poor woman from behind?
I suppose you would have finished where it was off the successful takedown, would you? One flip and you would have easily killed that woman.
That is neither here nor there, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh, brace yourself, Roanosuke, you've had your turn now! Anyway, after something of a whirlwind investigation, the criminal was arrested. He barely had time for a cup of tea after the incident took place, to be honest. So, there must have been something left at the scene that led you directly to the culprit?
Or perhaps a reliable witness who recognized the person in question?
Let me stop you right there. You're wasting your time on this one. Sorry? There's nothing you can do. There's no way to help the bloke now. Why ever not? Simple. It's Lord Barrack Vonza. It's the Reaper of the Bailey. Yeah, sure. Yeah, we already know him. No! Sounds like you heard of him, I'm not surprised.
Oh yes, we are very familiar with, Lord Dracula Zykes. believed to be the harbinger of death itself.
The Reaper of the Bailey, Reaper of the Bailey. How come I steal your Bailey away in your sleep? Ooh. The Reaper of the Bailey. Lord Baron Van Zykes, Baroque Van Zykes, I should say, who we faced in court only yesterday.
Mr. McGilda told us about him before the trial, didn't he?
Flashback! When Van Zykes stands for the prosecution, they call the accused as sacrificial lambs. Whoo! And in every single trial in which he's been, the prosecutor, the accused has been damned. This Reaper of the Bailey nickname. I suppose he's earned that because, every defendant he advocates against is found guilty. Is that it? Look at my face and tell me if you really think that's a question you should ask me there, lad.
Well, if that's the case, we should inform you, Inspector, that in yesterday's trial against Lord Van Zykes, Mr. Naruhodo secured a verdict of not guilty.
Ha! What of it?
Oh, well, I think that means that even against the Reaper of the Bailey, it's not impossible to save the defendant.
No, you really don't have a clue, do you? Well, what do you mean? Shove the fishing stick straight in your pocket. What happened to that bloke in the end, eh? He's dead. Ah! Magnus McGilda came a cropper in that omnibus when it went up in flames. Like the sacrificial... Oh, the sacrificial lamb! So you can't rightly say you saved the defendant, can you? What are you saying? Look, if Van Zykes could get dirt to stick on everyone, he'd be a miracle worker. But that's not how it goes. He doesn't work miracles. He works magic. Black magic. So we are dealing with the supernatural here. I'd have a good long think about that if I were you.
Are we really supposed to believe that?
Believe what you want, I'm still going to eat my fish and chips because I'm hungry. Damn. Right. Well, I filled you in as requested and I'm very nearly out of chips. So we're heading back to the crime scene now. We're still carrying out a few investigations there.
It was Briar Road, you said, didn't you? Where the incident took place.
That's correct, ma'am. And if you head over to the holding cells, you can meet the criminal himself. You've branded him a criminal already? Calls himself Harry Potter. Ha! Go over to Diagon Alley, try and find that space. He's as good, shaking like a leaf in a cell he is. It'll give you a chuckle if nothing else. He's inmate 53. Speak to the jailer and they'll show you the way. Okay, inmate 53. Thank you. And off I disappeared. All I hear is the gears of a big old Ben ticking. So there's no helping anyone against the Reaper of the Bailey, they say.
Is something troubling you, Mr. Naruhodo? To tell the truth, when I recall the trial yesterday, I can't stop myself from shaking. The idea of facing the Reaper in court again is... Well, if you think it's too much for you, there's no shame in turning the case down. That takes courage, too.
And guts! Lots of bold guts and determination. But if the man they've arrested is innocent, you can well imagine he would be shaking like a leaf in his cell. And I, for one, wouldn't find the sight of that funny.
So,
If I'm honest, I'm still reeling from the shock of yesterday's events myself. And the fact that, my defendant died when I wasn't even looking. And I'm really not sure if I'll be able to help this man, whoever he is. But I'd like to try. So I think I'm going to go make some inquiries. Will you help?
did you really think you had to ask? After all, I am your judicial assistant.
Thank you. So then, shall we?
Oh yes, let's!
And they go skipping right out of the Lord Chief Justice's room. Time to move. Ooh. Scene of the crime. These prison cells are where suspects are held whilst they await trial. Visiting is permitted at certain times. Alright, let's go up to Briar Road then, seeing the actual scene of the murder. Ooh. Strand Street, the 19th of February, Briar Road. Hot damn, that bicycle is looking worse for wear, guys. That poor, poor wheel. And a snowman! So this is where it happened. Briar Road.
Ah! Look! Mr. Naruhodo! Look at that regulation metal helmet! It's unmistakable! The men of Scotland Yard are here! They're investigating as we speak!
That is their job,
But, Mr. Naruhodo, to see one with my own eyes. They're often depicted in The Adventures of Sherlock Sholmes, but I never dreamt I'd ever come this close.
What is it with you and this pamphlet of Mr. Sholmes, Shisato? You need to say something to me.
To a real Bobby's helmet.
What? The helmet?
Of course. I had to try one on one day.
Well, I hope your Hattie dream comes true. I don't see Inspector Grayson anywhere. Shall we see if we can sneak past and investigate the scene of the stabbing?
Oh, I do like sneaking, but why should we sneak?
Well, I don't want to upset one of these bobbies and be butted on the head by one of those metal helmets. My skull would crack in too, I'm sure. No problem, Neb. You do what you gotta do.
Oh no, an English Bobby would never do such a thing. This is a land of gentlemen, you know.
I love this snowman.
What a delightful snowman.
I didn't realize the English had a tradition of making snowmen as well. It looks a little creepy though.
Oh, it has a scarf, look!
You'd need one if you were out in this freezing cold all the time. I wish I had one.
I'm afraid our budget is somewhat frozen at the moment too.
Ha! Frozen!
We certainly can't afford a scarf.
Surely the snowman here wouldn't miss his.
But the person who made the snowman certainly would.
Yeah, I know, you're right. Anyway. I mean, even if I borrowed it, it wouldn't do much to warm my neck, would it? It's covered in snow. Oh, what a precious snowman. That's one of the officers from Scotland Yard. The police are making sure the crime scene is undisturbed. I have a feeling that if we wandered too close, we'd be clapped in irons.
I think perhaps you're being a little overcautious. We've done nothing wrong, so we have no cause for concern.
Oh, no, I'm not getting caught out again. Twice is enough. Twice I found myself in handcuffs despite not knowing a thing about what was going on, and I'm not gonna make it 3 times, Susato.
Yes, you've had some dreadful experiences. I'm sure it's that wide-eyed look of panic you're so prone to. It does you no favors at all.
You got to say this to me! Alright, CB, you have yourself a good night. This patch of pavement must be where the incident occurred.
Yes, it's a very wide open space, isn't it?
That's true. I can't see anywhere an attacker would have been hiding. Oi! What are you foreigners doing here? Ah! Oh, we just investigated this scene. Don't spying with that mustached fellow from Japan, are you? Conspiring? Come here to destroy the evidence, are you? Get out of here before I give you one minute. Go on. What?
He shooed us away like rats.
Yes! We should give him a wide berth, I think.
What a disappointing experience.
Alright, and don't touch him. How about this?
Oh! That's a Scotland Yard carriage! They use vehicles like that to rush to crime scenes and cart away criminals.
You're very well informed, aren't you?
It's long been a dream of mine to ride one of those through the streets of London.
Hopefully not as a criminal. Well, just pick up a stone and throw it in through one of the windows then. Commit crime. Commit arson if you want to as well.
But that would mean being arrested in order to ride it. Wouldn't it? Still...
Do the crime! Do the crime! Go for it, Susato. I'll help you. No, I wasn't serious. Alright, anything else we can look at over here? Nope. Yep. Can't check out you guys, or else you're gonna come over here and be like, "Oi, what you doing over here?"
That's a rather typical old brick building, isn't it? I'm sure it has a long and interesting history.
Well, time certainly seems to have taken its toll on the place. It's crooked and sagging all over. In fact, it looks in decidedly worse shape than the other houses around here.
We must find some cheap lodgings ourselves as soon as possible.
Yeah, you're right. Cheap, but ideally with a reasonable level floors. Hi, Sarah. Welcome to chat. I'm gonna look at this bicycle.
Oh! A British bicycle, look! Although the wheel is so misshapen, I'm sure it couldn't possibly be ridden anymore.
Someone must have been doing some breakneck cycling. And probably broke their neck as well.
It seems bicycles have become extremely popular in London recently. There's even a movement to change women's dress to allow them to ride as well.
A bicycle ride won't last. I don't see why anyone would want to ride something like that.
Goodness! Do you dislike bicycles?
No, not at all. I mean, it's not like that I dislike them exactly. It's just that, you know, any occupation that involves taking both your feet off firm ground seems reckless. And yet your descendant takes a bicycle to work every day. If you ever tried walking on stilts and fallen into a river, I know you would agree with me.
Mr. Naruhodo, is there something about stilts that you had in the past? Well, we'll have to hire a bicycle sometime. You can sit behind me while I ride around. And ride you around, too.
Ride me around, sure. Alright, what else do we have? Smoke! The clouds look so big and heavy in the sky, don't they? And with the dense fog as well, everything looks hazy.
Well, it is known as Foggy London Town.
I can just make out some sort of spire through the fog. Looks like it's still being built, though.
Aha! Yes! That must be the Crystal Tower, being built for the great exhibition that's to open in 6 months' time. Apparently, it's going to be very striking, glazed on all sides, and the symbolic centerpiece of the exhibition.
It's to be the largest exposition in history, is it? I can't begin to imagine it. Neither can I, my man, neither can I. Alright. Well, it seems like that's... Oh, one more. Wait! Why are the buildings bricked up? I just noticed that! The windows!
Are you sure they're windows?
Yeah, but they're all filled in with bricks!
Oh, you're right! I wonder why. Perhaps it's an empty property where nobody lives at the moment.
There's smoke coming from the chimneys, though.
Everything still feels very foreign. There's so much we have to learn about this place.
Yeah, you're telling me, like, how people want to brick up their windows, apparently. I'm, like, half expecting for Mr. Herlock Sholmes to show up at some point. Just to show up at some point and be, like, in one of his random-ass positions that we always see him in. Alright. Why not check the prison? Let's go see there. The prison. The prison. 19th of February. Local prison. Cell 9. So these are British prison cells. Pathetic! There's also chains on the wall.
Oh, they're ghastly. It feels just like a dungeon.
Are we in the catacombs? Because I want us to be in the catacombs. Yeah, and having experienced it in Japan myself, I can assure you that our wooden cells feel a lot cozier than these cold stone walls.
Oh, don't, Mr. Naruhodo, you're making it seem worse.
Don't give me those big old innocent eyes. Apparently, our client is in this cell here. But it's so dark at the back there, I can't make him out. I wonder what he's like. Inmate 53, your legal representative is here to see you. Stop eyeing at the back of the cell and show your face at once. Am I a cat? As yet with no name? What? Calling me by a number. It's utterly, unbelievably, unjustly unreasonable. I refuse to answer. Oh boy, what kind of eccentric man is this guy gonna be?
Mr. Naruhodo, what? What do you think is going on here?
I have no idea. But I wasn't just hearing things, was I? That triad of compliments was in Japanese. What? Hello? dude. This man's eyebrow game is strong! That's eyebrow game is strong, my man! Excuse me, but who?
Shh! Quiet!
Okay. Are you... okay?
They're all around, hiding. I know they are. They're watching, listening. Even now, I can sense it.
Sir? Right. So, can I ask...
There you are! You've come to curse me, haven't you? Don't try to hide it. You're a ghost!
A ghost? Even Susato doesn't even know what to think about this man. We mean you no harm, prisoner-san. Bless her for calling him prisoner-san.
Are you Japanese by any chance?
Oh. Well, the dust is out of his eyes now. This is... beyond my wildest dreams! Forgive me for the outburst before. I'm so sorry. My man needs to lie down, indeed. This man does need to lie down. But I don't know if he's gonna get any sleep on that bed of his. Oh, it's fine. We're just a little surprised, that's all. Imagine it! It's been 12 long months since I left my hometown, and here I am in a frightful fix in a foreign land! Dude, what is... You have anime eyes! You have anime eyes! I don't like this!
So hearing the sweet sentimental tones of a compatriot's voice here in this damp, dark hellhole was a most monumental moving moment!
Okay. Who could have guessed that this new client Lord Strongheart assigned us to would turn out to be a fellow Japanese?
What compassion my fellow countrymen show! To dispatch a first-class lawyer all the way from Japan to defend a mere foreign student! Noble, nurturing, never-failing Nippon!
Okay, sir, sure. We'll go with that. The first-class lawyer? You're not going to break into a Naruto run, are you? I hope you're not. Oh dear, I think there's been something of a misunderstanding here.
I wonder, would you be so kind as to tell us what's happened? Why you've been detained as a suspect, for example.
Yes, I can. I will. Shut! Stay sullen and silent! Yeah, okay? This is just gonna be this man's shtick.
I'm not quite sure I understand what he means, but he seems happy.
Yeah, he does. I just hope he actually has a good reason to be. Thank you for your cooperation. I am a lawyer, as you said. My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
And I am Naruhodo-san's judicial assistant, Susato Mikotoba.
I am a visiting student sent here by our government. You're a student? Okay, he's not in there yet. possibly notorious named Natsume! Soseki Natsume. Soseki Natsume. Do I have you now? 33. A scholar sent to Britain by the Japanese government to further his study of English. He is the defendant accused of attempted murder. Oh boy. Well then, what was your name again? Let me go and double check again. Mr. Soseki Natsume? Unfortunately, I think that's where I'm gonna wrap things up here for the night, guys. The man's poses are something else, and his entire facade is also something to be explained over. But I am gonna wrap up there, everybody, and before I send you guys off, I do want to see if we have somebody I can go and raid. I will leave you off here then, guys. So, thank you all so much for coming along to the stream. I hope you all had a great time. Thank you for the support as well, to those who have chatted, to those who have been lurkers, and to everyone who has just really been here. If you haven't yet... No, stop that. I said stop you! If you haven't yet, if people want to join the Discord to keep update about any of the upcoming streams and join the Dynamatic community, the Discord link is right there. Hop on in, have a nice time. It's very chill in there. It's very good. We'll be back on Thursday. I believe Thursday. Yes, Thursday, with some Persona 5 Strikers. Hope to see anybody and everybody there. Until then, though, guys, have a great night. Take care of yourselves out there, and make sure you go and hydrate. You hear me? Hydrate or dihydrate. Because you don't want to be turning up inside of a cabin or an omnibus up in flames. That's what you need hydration for. Alright, guys. Oh, Gavin! You just came in now just as I'm signing off. Gavin. It's good to see you, though, Gavin. But I'm gonna be taking it from here from the night, my dude. Like I said, guys, it was a great time all around. Thank you all so much for coming. And enjoy the holidays coming up. Because Christmas is next week, guys. I hope you guys have a good holiday. Because I won't be doing a lot of streaming once the holidays come around. I'll be with family. And working as well. So... I'll send you off here, everybody. Goodbye. Have a great night and a great rest of your week. Bye, guys.